Welcome to Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. I've been putting this game back so much, but now I'm finally ready to play it. I miss this music theme. This was the same music theme as the first one, and I like it. I enjoy it a lot. Start. Let's learn about mermaids, shall we? I can't remember if I used the storyteller. If I used the controller last time. My apologies for the wait. Welcome, welcome. How wonderful it is to see you again. I am the storyteller, your guide to the world of Paranormasight. Now then, I understand you might be keen to dive into our story. There are some important matters I must address first, so please bear with me for a while. Also, a bit too big. There we go. And then, pull this up. First, this game uses autosave. Yes, that I know. The game is will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. When you wish to access these saves, or memories if you will, you may call them forth from the load screen. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. Very familiar. From here, you can check the text logs, view files, and adjust your settings for auto mode. You can also adjust the volume and other game settings in the options menu. Right, I forgot. The first game, there's this like a little gimmick where the game doesn't have voices, but there is a voice setting, a voice. Let's go audio. Oh, this one doesn't have it. The last one had like voice volume, but the game doesn't have voice. But it's actually part of the mechanic because like you have to be very quiet in some of the scenarios, which is I thought it was pretty neat. You can also adjust the volume. Yeah, so if you find that certain effects make the text difficult to read, you may turn them off. I recommend you check the brightness controls and other settings now before continuing. Sure. Alright. Adjust the brightness until the image on the right is barely visible. Right now I can see it. Barely visible? Right. Okay. I'll use mouse. Oh, I have to make it darker. Oh no. Oh no, it's dark. I mean, let's go 20. Text speed, I want to be fast. Okay. How to play? I imagine it's the same thing as the other game, so I should be good with that. Now, let's go over the basic controls. When the game is in your control, you may move the right stick to look around your surroundings. You will once again become able to move after this. Try taking a look behind you before turning back to me. Oh no, is there gonna be a jump scare? Okay. Where are we? We're under the sea? Wonderful, well done. You may also select the face of an individual in front of you to talk to them. Please go ahead and try with me. There we go. Bravo, a fine display. There are times when you will be presented with options such as these. You may find it useful to use the directional button to select your desired option. What is this place? Do not fear, you will come to know where we are eventually. Once you have seen everything an option has to offer, a check mark will appear next to it, like so. Oh, so you've forgotten who you are, have you? But there's no need for concern. It is for that reason that I am here to guide you after all. You may be confused at first, but continuing through the story should allow you to remember your true objective. Oh, let's go. That is all for my explanation for the basic controls. I will explain other essential functions when the time is right. Ah, yes, there's one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. Now, it's gonna ask for my name. As you may know, I previously served as a guide to a different tale in the world of Paranormasight, one concerning the mysteries of Hanjo. You wouldn't happen to be familiar with the events of that tale, would you? I am. Is that so? So we have met before then. You looked quite different during our previous encounter, so I failed to recognize you at first. My apologies. In that case, there's nothing I need warn you about. What? What do you mean? Warn me about everything. Well, I believe I have kept you waiting long enough. The tale you are about to experience concerns a number of legends passed down in the Isebei, a stretch of sea bordering Mie Prefecture. I don't recall that in the previous game. Boo! Oh my goodness, you scared me. How are you, Ori? How's it going? Specifically, those legends involving mermaids. We are playing a game about mermaids this time. I'm excited. I like mermaids. Not these kinds, though. Yes, as the subtitle suggests, our subject this time is the widely familiar mermaid. Since ancient times, a great many legends about mermaids have been passed down in countries all around the world. You know, I'm always like fascinated about stories, like say mermaids, right? The creatures have been created independently in different parts of the world, but they share the same appearance characteristics. It's just fascinating to me whenever that happens. They are created independently. Morning, just woke up. Nothing much, but got work to do. Well, have fun at work. In Japan, many of the legends famously include the idea that eating their flesh grants immortality. Yes. The tale of Yao Bikuni, which continues to be told in such places as Wakasa Province, modern-day Fukui Prefecture, is perhaps the most well-known. The tale of Yao Bikuni. Okay. These legends have spurred those with a yearning for immortality to seek out mermaids since ancient times. Of course, as I just mentioned, there are only some of many legends concerning mermaids that exist across the globe. Indeed, many have sought out mermaids simply due to fascination with their status as rare and mystical beings. They have also served as the inspiration for countless creative and artistic works throughout the ages. It would seem that mermaids possess a mysterious charm that has captivated the human heart for myriad reasons, irrespective of era or culture. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I forgot where Honjo was last time. Lots of words. You know, I remember in the previous game, I don't have to memorize, but I had to like familiarize myself with everything. So now I'm scared. Okay, just quickly reading through these. I'm still a shock, and my new gear. My what? My parents funded me. We stopped by an instrument store when visiting grandma the other day. What kind of gear did you buy? Did you buy a new piano? Keyboard? Mhm. Ise Bay, yes. The Sea of Ise. Ise Bay is an enclosed bay located in central Honshu. Although its exact range varies, in this game it refers to the area of sea surrounded by land up to the line drawn from Cape Irago in Aichi Prefecture to Cape Dayo in Mie Prefecture. Mhm. Oh shit, I'm not done. Mermaids. $1,300 ago, bro. That's a long time. Although the details vary from country to country, the most common depiction of mermaids like in the West likely stems from the sirens of Greek mythology. Right. Okay. Do I have more? No. Ah, yes. The files added just now should provide a general overview of the terms that came up in our conversation. Yeah, no keyboard. A 670 bucks one too. Original plan to get something half price, but they were all sold out. And piano went for repair, but having problems finding parts. Oh man, that's that's a big boy. 670 bucks. I think. Yeah, I think my keyboard is around the same price as well. In one go, unprepared, unplanned. You're crazy. It seems you have already taken a look, but I do recommend reading them if you have the chance. They may allow you to enjoy the story even more. Words highlighted in pale blue usually indicate that there is a related entry in your files. Now then, allow me to introduce the primary setting of this tale. We're in Ise, obviously. Oh, the majority of our story takes place on Kameshima, an isolated island in the waters of Ise Bay. Tell me more about it. Wait. Tell me more. Kamishima. Ah, it looks like a turtle. I see. Toba City in Mie Prefecture. Yeah. 0.7 square kilometers. Population of about 900. As they come from the turtle-like shape with kami meaning turtle in Japanese. Kameshi Maru, which are expected to bring people to the area. More people to the area. Fascinating. You will experience events through the eyes of a young resident of the island, one Yuza Minakuchi. If nothing else, please remember that. Yuza, okay? Well, I believe this ends my initial explanation. Bon voyage, and do enjoy the tale. Oh, I am excited. This game, I'm surprised this game is not as popular as, other AAA games because this is really well done. I guess it's because of the visual novel aspect, maybe? It's still really good though. Did you come to me or did I go to you? I cannot recall whether it was a dream or reality. I cannot recall if I was asleep or awake. The Tales of Ise, passage 69, nice. Kari no Tsukai. August 7, 1980X. Morning, Toba City, Mie Prefecture, Kameshima, Southern Sea. Azami is our friend. Right, they should do it. All good to go, Yuza? Yep, ready as ready can be. I feel so light. I bet I could even outswim a shark. We're gonna die. No more than that. I was born for this moment. The legend of Kameshima's patron saint of diving begins today. Okay. We are arrogant. I like it. How do I just click it? Oh, there we go. Apprentice diver. Okay. Eccentric side, I can see that. After losing his parents in a wide-scale maritime accident 5 years ago, he was raised by his grandmother, veteran ama driver Tsuyu Minakuchi. He briefly found work at a seafood processing plant in Toba after graduating high school earlier that year. But upon hearing that Tsuyu had injured her leg, forcing her to retire from diving and causing difficulties in her daily life, he quit his job after only 3 months and returned to Kameshima. Dude. Befriending Asami Komoy, a boy his age, and it eventually became a common sight to see them getting up to mischief together. Okay, alright. Sounds good. Whoa, that sounds pretty impressive. But this is your first time diving out in the bay, so don't push yourself too hard, alright? Yeah, I know it's my first time, but somehow I'm brimming with confidence. I just know I can land a massive haul if I try. Well, also, I really like the art style. I don't think, um, I don't think I know any other game with a similar art style. Maybe the artist style. I mean, well, I'm glad to see you're raring to go, but make sure you don't go too far from the boat at first. Azami Kumoi. Fisherman. Okay. Grew up never doubting that he too would one day become a fisherman. Okay. His father died in a maritime disaster 5 years ago as well. His mother, an ama driver, took on the responsibility of raising Azami. Azami, not Azama. Azami and his much younger brother on her own. Dude, what happened 5 years ago? The Sayon Maru. Obviously, the events 5 years ago will be important in the current story. No need to worry, Azami. You just focus on getting the grill ready. We're having a feast tonight. I I'll hold you to that. All right, we're down. We're in. The diving minigame now commences. Follow the instruction to get used to the controls, then press dive when you're ready to go. Okay. Diving, swimming, gathering, searching. Jesus. Oh god. I have a not so severe thalassophobia. And I was not prepared for this. I should have been prepared for this. Only two controls are needed. Stick, confirm. I see. The available action will automatically switch between swim, harvest, and return to boat, depending on the situation. Areas where sea creatures are located will be marked with an exclamation mark. Begin by looking around to try to locate any potential catches. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm harvesting. Ow! Your oxygen gauge will decrease when diving. Be sure to go back to the boat before it runs out. You can return to the boat at any time, but turning your viewpoint upwards and selecting return to boat. Your remaining oxygen will continue to decrease on the way back, so don't wait until it's too late. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What? Dive failed? What do you mean? I tried. Okay. Maybe I should use... I'm going to use keyboard and mouse. This is just every time I need to aim, it's just impossible using controller. Okay, now I'll return to it. What? I just got 2. Score 40 points. New record. What do you mean? Okay. Oh, shit. You can stay underwater for longer. Obviously, I want this maxed right away, no? Easier time gathering sea creatures. Higher level means you can swim faster and return to the boat faster. Actually, I want this maxed. Higher level means you can detect sea creatures from farther away. I see. That covers the basics of underwater gathering. We play the tutorial? No, I'm good. Okay, it looks like you're all warmed up. Let's go out a bit further so we can look for something bigger. Abalone. The biggest catch you can get at this time of year is probably the abalone. Abalone? Snagging just one is something to be proud of. But remember, the sea creatures are living things. They'll change places every time you dive, so be careful. Oh boy. I'm a driver is often written with characters meaning sea and woman. Refers to women who free dive for shellfish, seaweed, and other marine products. It is said that they practice free diving both to prevent overharvesting and to help protect the marine environment. This is the only thing about this game is that there's so many text. Noshi Awabi, I'm just going to like read them quietly because I can read them faster if I do that. We don't see woman. When the diverse is male, this game uses only the traditional characters of sea and woman when the language is set to Japanese. Oh, it's sometimes written with characters sea and man. Oh, fascinating. Mm-hmm. Oh shit. We can have there's a leaderboard. It's not like you have to master everything all at once. We can take off somewhere. We can take off whenever you're ready. Okay. I'm ready. About time. Okay. So I can only gather 2 at once, it seems. Okay, I'm just going to use mouse. I did not rank up. How long do I have to do this? Can I just like max everything first? Oh. Pull me up, pull me up. Pull me up, pull me up. Pull me up, I'm drowning. There we go. New record. Rank up. Very nice. Max out swimming. Always. So can I just like keep doing this until I max out everything? Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I did not notice. I got 3 this time. Ah, okay. Keep diving. We're not done yet. What happens if I die? Do I lose all my progress? Uh-oh. I'm dead. Return! Dude! Faster! Keep the grind. I mean, there's no reason not to do it. Rank up. Swimming. Always swimming. And then I think I'll do diving, maybe? Okay, let's go here. Oh, I'm gonna die. I could have gotten one more, I think, but let's not be greedy. What? Ass. 70 points is my personal best right now. This is ass, it seems. No, not gonna make it. Let's do it slowly but surely. This is good. I should just like keep looking for this. Alright, keep diving. Alright, I'm gonna skip that. No? Oh, I'm dead, I'm dead. Come on! Come on! You can do it! That was so close. I got 3. Okay. 58. One more. Level 5. I can max swimming and then I'll continue with this story. What's this? Come on. No! No! This is low-key scary. Okay. 90 points! Holy! Max that. Should I keep going? I kind of just want to max diving. What's okay, I'm gonna keep going for as long as I could. This is huge. Okay. That noise, that alert noise is so scary. 44? This much? This is a grind. Okay. I will at least level 2 diving. I know I said I'm going after I max swimming, but I'm getting greedy. Dude, click it. Oh. I don't have time. My aim is bad. 47? So little. Okay. Bad spot. Wait. These are the bad ones too. Unfortunate. $49. It's gonna be okay. We're halfway there. I can do this. Shoot. What? What? There's nothing. Oh god, okay, I'm going to go back. I've killed them all. 0. Oh no. The grind don't stop though. Okay. What? Oh good. Here. Okay. Now we go back. Good thing I don't notice the difference in swimming speed. I still feel like I swim pretty slow, even though I have this maxed out. Hope we can get at least move the boat. Yeah, I know, right? Unfortunately, our friend doesn't feel like working. Ooh. So I'll get this. No. I could have gotten one more, but let's not die. Let's not die on our first day. 76. Not bad, not bad. All right, I think one more dive or 2 more dives. Perhaps. Ooh. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Where's the boat? Pull me up! That's unfortunate. I'm just so gonna grind this. Can I do that? What? There's like a little more? There's like 1 point. Alright. We're doing this. Alright. We'll take this. We'll take this. And then pull me up. Pull me up. Buddy! Buddy, I'm gonna die! I can't breathe! Okay, there we go. I'm fine. Okay, I should level up. No? Rank up. There we go. Okay, this is now an actual grind, so I'll stop diving. What says you about that? Right, let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, Yuza. You managed to get a fair bit of diving in, huh? I bet you feel like you got a better grasp of things now. Star and 4, 5 lines. Ah, interesting. For sure, I feel like my diver ranks gone up at least a bit too. So, do you feel any different now? Did your body undergo any weird changes? Yeah, I died once. Nope, still I feel exactly the same. Nothing's changed. I'm the same old Yuza I've always been. I guess we were a bit off the mark, huh? So, what do you want to do now? Should we call it a day? What's this? What's this second choice? But go back immediately. What's the second choice? You got it. Kameshima Port, here we come. We were here. Now we go to the head of the turtle. Also, Ori, if you're still here, I need a voice of reason. I am about to spend $7,000 on something. Yes or no? Should I do it or should I not do it? Without context. Hey, Yuza. I took your catch to the market while you were 7K. While you were changing. It's a just yes or no. Be the voice of reason. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. If you keep this up, you should be able to make a healthy profit, even with the price of gas. It's very expensive right now. I mean, if it's necessary. It's not. Not really. It's more of a luxury than anything. Like, I can live without it. However, it's cool. That's great. I'll have to keep at it then. Hey, Yorazami, don't tell me you went out fishing today. Oh, Chie. Hello, Chie-san. Oh, Chie, how's your back doing? Oh, I do not like her. Not going to get any better lounging around at home, that's for sure. Is this her aunt? More importantly, no one's meant to be taking their boats out right now because of the storm that's on the way. Don't tell me you didn't hear. You know what? Flip a coin. Oh, God. You know what? Let's flip a coin. Let us flip a coin. Flip a coin. Okay, which one is yes? Heads or tails? Heads for yes. All right, flipping. It's heads. Okay, well, I'm going through it. Goodbye. 7 grand. Ah, yeah, but it was more of a warning than a rule. And the weather looked fine, so I figured it was okay. Let's go, whatever it is. It's a motorcycle. I don't need it, but like, I kind of want one. You should know better than that, Azami. You young'uns never listen, do you? I know. I probably shouldn't. But I went to the dealership this morning out of like... It's just like out of nowhere. I went to the dealership. I'm like, do you have this? And then the guy was like, oh, we can sell it to you probably this week. Just sign here, and then give us a $500 deposit. I'm like, when do I say no? I couldn't say no. So I have like a few days to take it back. But I don't know. We'll see. There's like a lot of things I need to spend on this spring. I hate spring, man. It's so busy. I have to build my fence. I have to build a deck. I have to do all the things. I have to meet all the people. Busy. Big busy. Okay, so this is... Do we know this person? Where's the people? Oh, profiles. We don't know Chie. Tsuyu is our grandma, so I'm assuming that Chie is his mother? Of course, there we go. De facto leader of the Ama divers on Kamishima. She's a highly influential figure on the island. She's married into a family on Kamishima shortly after the end of the Second World War at the age of 20. The 40 years ago? Oh, right, this is 1980 something. Has been working as an AMA diver for close to 40 years, rarely missing an opening day for each diving season. She had the Mermaid for deft ease. Now, a grandmother to 7, a back injury has led to her being less active than she used to be, but she's still considered one of the most experienced divers on the island. Her graceful swimming shows no signs of decline, continuing to inspire others even now. Her estimated diver rank is 6'7". I hate this game. And going out with a Minakuchi boy, of all people. Actually, Azami only took out his boat because I asked him to help out with my work. Wait a dang second. Don't tell me you went out to dive. Uh, what do you ask? Am I not allowed to dive? I'm just gonna be honest here. Honesty is the best policy. I did. I was thinking I could follow in Grant's footsteps and become an ama diver. That pog face. Can I screenshot? Absolutely not. I will not. I won't allow it. That's a priceless face right there. What? Why? Use as a member of the association, same as everyone else. As long as he follows the rules, it should be fine, right? Sure, it's rare for guys to become ama divers, but it's not like it's forbidden or anything. Unless Chia knows something about me. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying he shouldn't be allowed in the sea. It's obscene, is what it is. Why? What? Am I getting discriminated upon? Everyone agreed to put up with him being on the island for Tsuyu's sake. Ah, I see. The racist towards me. But now he gets it in his head to go diving of all things. Have you no sense, boy? Seems like I'll have to have a few words with Tsuyu. You not knowing your place is going to cause everyone trouble. Listen up, Minakuchi boy. You better keep your head down and stay put on dry land where you belong. No more diving, you hear? He's so mad. Hey now, don't think that's going a bit far? There's no need to lay it into user like that. Azami. What? You really don't think anything of all this after what his mother did? What? What did Mom do? Nope, not at all. Yuza hasn't done anything wrong. He was a victim of the disaster too, maybe more than anyone else. I like this Kamishima. Recently, there's been a strange rumbling coming from the sea, the same rumbling as 5 years ago. Rumbling. Everyone's scared of what might be coming. They're bracing themselves for another big disaster. Oh, is that what you mean by the storm? The weather forecast said things are going to stay calm for a bit, though. To hell with the weather forecast. It didn't save us 5 years ago, so there was a natural disaster 5 years ago? Anyhow, you see why we've got to stay in the god of the sea's good graces. No doing anything to upset them, got it? Oh, I will upset them. I am the tourist. Don't let it get you down, user. She isn't a bad person at heart, but the old folks here are all pretty firm with their beliefs, I guess. Yeah, it's only natural. I was kind of expecting it, to be honest. Why is someone shining a light at my house? Still, I didn't think she'd get that mad. Guess they have bigger chip on their shoulders about all this than I thought. It all seems like they really think your mom was to blame for the disaster. Will that be added in my files? Yeah. I guess wanting to get to the bottom of things there was one of the reasons for becoming an my reasons for becoming an diver. There we go. Southern Sea disaster. This we have to read. Hold on, let me just turn so I can see. A localized storm that broke out in the sea to the south of Kamishima around 5 years ago, resulting in a maritime accident in which a total of 10 people went missing. Three fishing vessels that had set out to sea from Kamishima were suddenly caught in an unanticipated storm and foundered, leaving all but one of the 11 fishermen and ama divers on board missing. When the ships were later dredged up and searched, not a single body was discovered. The sole survivor was Yuza Minakuchi. Oh, it was me. who was a middle school student at the time. His parents, Tosuke Minakuchi and Minakuchi, as well as Azami Kumoi's father, Kyoikichi Kumoi, were among the victims. Locals in the area reportedly heard an eerie rumbling from the sea on the morning of the incident. List of casualties: medium-sized fishing vessel Daiichi Kyosui Maru foundered. Captain Kyoichi Kumoi and all five crew members reported missing. Small-sized fishing vessel Omei Maru foundered. Foundered. Captain Yukiji Nishikawa and one passenger, identified unknown, reported missing. Small-sized fishing vessel Minakuchi Maru foundered. Captain Tosuki Minakuchi and one other crewmate member reported missing. One passenger recovered with slight injuries, dissociative amnesia due to psychological trauma. I Okay, I'll save my thoughts later. The sole survivor. When the boat the Minakuchi family was on was about to sink, Mari and Tosuki Minakuchi put a lifebuoy on their son Yuza and helped him escape the boat before the waves engulfed it. Despite the slim chances of survival in such a dire situation, Yuza was miraculously found drifting in the sea the next day, still wearing the lifebuoy, and was successfully rescued. Although he had no external injuries, the shock of the incident had left him in a state of confusion, and he has little memory of what happened at the time. After the accident plunged Kamishima into a state of deep sorrow. Fishermen and ama divers temporarily stopped fishing to mourn, and a memorial was erected to honor the lost. Perhaps due to his memory loss, the sole survivor Yuza appeared relatively composed in contrast to the grief of those around him. Many found this unnerving, and Yuza became increasingly isolated from the rest of the community. Azami Komoi, himself having lost his father in the accident, tried to support him however he could, reasoning that was still better off than Yuza. He was still better off than Yuza, who had lost both his parents before his very eyes. Investigations continued, questions arose about what the Minakuchi family had been doing in the vicinity of the disaster, despite not having gone out to fish. BRB laundry? Have fun. Enjoy the laundry. Clean those clothes. Yuza only remembered his parents telling him to come with them, and the purpose of their excursion remains unclear to this day. It was not long before speculation began that Marimi Nakuchi had done something to incur the wrath of the god of the sea, and the islanders, already suspicious of her due to her mysterious background, were quick to condemn her, citing the sudden, localized nature of the storm. In contrast, only words of sympathy were spoken for her husband, Tosuke. As rumors that Mare had brought disaster to Kameshima continued to spread, Yuza's grandmother, Tsuyu Minakuchi, sent him away from the island to board at a high school on the mainland. Oh, I see. He had sensed the islanders' resentment. So I was from here, and then my mom and dad died, and I was sent away by my grandma to mainland Japan, to downtown Japan, and hoped to shield him from becoming an even greater target of their ire. Even now, 5 years after the accident, feelings of animosity towards Mari Minakuchi remain deeply ingrained in the people of Kameshima, with the truth of the accident still shrouded in mystery. Deep scars and suspicions continue to linger in the hearts of many of the islanders. Those are a lot of words. All right. So, okay, I was going to say my thoughts. I think what's gonna happen is that, or what happened was that mom was probably trying to gain immortality by finding a mermaid, and then was cursed, and then whatever paranormal things happened, and then killed the fishermen and the ama divers. And now I think the other people related to the other casualties will come after me, maybe, unless I already have the power. Like mom did it for me, and that's why I forgot whatever happened, and everyone's just coming after me. Possible. Profiles. Oh, here we go. More than 20 years ago, Somekawa arrived in Kamishima with no possessions to her name, expressing that she had taken a liking to the local environment and wanted to move there. However, she remained tight-lipped about her background, only revealing that she was from a small town out in the mountains. So, so grandma or dad is grandma's son. Mom is like totally not from here. After settling on the island, she shows an interest in the Amat lifestyle and eventually took it up after displaying a talent for freediving, with Tsuyu Minakuchi acting as her instructor. During this time, she grew close to Tosuke Minakuchi, Tsuyu's only son, and eventually married him a few years later. I see. That's what's going on. The two would go on to have a son of their own, whom they named Yuza. Despite this, Mari was unable to fully shake the air of mystery that surrounded her, and many islanders continued to question her whether her presence on the island might cause trouble down the line. Something of a free spirit, her nonconformist ways and somewhat naive personality meant that she was often absent from local activities, leading to further criticism from a portion of the population. Some also reported frequently spotting her wandering the island after she first moved there, seemingly looking for something or catching sight of her doing something on the shore in the middle of the night. Mom, what are you doing? Fortunately, her mother-in-law Tsuyumi Nakochi was a person of no small influence on Kameshima, and no one dared to openly persecute Mare under Tsuyu's watchful eye. The three generations lived peacefully under the same roof for more than 10 years until the Kameshima Southern Sea disaster tore them apart. Since her disappearance in the disaster 5 years prior, a growing number of people have accused her of somewhat being responsible, citing her various instances of suspicious behavior as justification. Yeah, everyone's been avoiding the topic until now, but that can't go on forever. Kikuko, another friend. Hey, you two. Hmm? Oh, it's Kikuko. Kikuko. Hey, you two over there. Could I get some help with these boxes here? I need to get them to the warehouse. Local ama diver. I do not trust anyone in this game. The first game has scarred me. Just quickly reading through this. I don't think her background is going to be a talent which she started national athletic meet during her high school days. Her estimated diver rank is 41. Mine is 6 right now, right? Not estimated, actual diver rank. Although she endeavored to hide her birthmark with makeup while at school and during her time as an office worker, she has since embraced it, proudly proclaiming it to be her symbol. I mean, it's not bad. Looks pretty cool, actually. Looks like an island. Phew, thanks. I knew I could rely on you young'uns to help out. Young'uns? You're a young'un too, Kikoko. Oh, how kind. Pretty sure you're the only ones who would say that, though. I was told out of... Someone's walking outside my house. I don't feel safe. I was told out of nowhere to make sure anything valuable was stowed away, just in case a storm hits. What a pain. So you're getting ready for the storm too. Pretty silly when the weather is this good, huh? It's not like I can say no though. Speaking of pains, I overheard Chia giving you an earful just now. Are you seriously planning on becoming an Ama diver user? Well, that was the plan, but it's looking like I might be forced into retirement before I even begin. Why now? Didn't you come back here to look after Tsuyu? Yes, but still I have to work, and I've always been interested in Ama diving. Gran was also pretty down about no longer being able to dive, so I thought it might cheer her up a bit. Ah, so you want to follow in Tsuyu's footsteps. Still, you must have noticed that everyone was on edge just at the thought of you coming back here. If they hear you went diving, there will likely be a bit of an uproar. Are they really that set against Yuza going in the sea? I've never heard anyone say anything like that. Well, they don't say it where you can hear it. Everyone loves you here, and they know you're close with Yuza. They probably feel that they can't be that tough on him with you around. What was that? Oh, never mind. Forgot I said anything. Unamused. I can't deny there's been this creepy rumbling coming from the sea recently, though. It's no wonder everyone's unnerved. If some sort of disaster does end up happening again and Yuza gets caught doing something he wasn't meant to, that'll probably be it for him. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Do people seriously believe Yuza's mom caused that storm? Everyone suffered because of it, including Yuza's family. It's so stupid. Hey, I honestly think it's stupid too. But the truth is, there are a bunch of people who believe it. So making a fuss about it isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Besides, even if this storm doesn't come in the end, a different kind of storm may already be brewing. A different kind of storm? Well, you shouldn't have any troubles if you keep your head down. Just be good and do what you're told, and no one will get on your case, yeah? Give me a break. Why is he gonna keep his head down here? He was born and raised on Kameshima just like everyone else. Hey, getting mad at me won't change anything. If it upsets you that much, why don't you leave? Leaving a place like this behind might be for the best, don't you think? Damn, I'm getting exiled. Maybe, but I can't just ask my gran to move elsewhere at her age. Then you'll just have to put up with it. If you want to blame anyone, blame your mom. Oh, come on, you can't say that to me. Did his mom even do anything 5 years ago? No one wants to tell us anything. No idea. I only came back here after the disaster, so I don't know what happened at the time. Hey, you left as well. You're an outsider, just like me. Mr. Wakamura always seems like he knows more than he lets on, though. Now that I think about it, why don't you just ask Tsuyu what she knows? Alright. Gran? I've already asked Gran about it countless times. She says she doesn't know anything. And you don't think that's a bit suspicious? If anyone knows something, it'd be her, right? You might be right. She seems pretty hard to read. I wouldn't be able to tell if she's hiding something anyway. Anyway, I do feel bad for you, but you've just gotta grin and bear it for everyone's sake, eh? Damn. Racism is real. Thanks for the help, you two. Try to stay out of trouble, okay? But still, there's still a mystery about Mom, I guess. That's the biggest elephant in the room that I need to address. That needs to be addressed. Kikuko really seemed like she doesn't know anything, huh? But folks are way more on on edge than I thought. Yeah, I've gotten the sense that I'm not exactly welcome here ever since I came back. But I didn't think trying to make a living here would lead to that much backlash. I didn't realize everyone disliked my mom quite that much, or that they were so suspicious of her. It seems like the timing wasn't great either. Everyone's wound up about these ill omens that are happening right now. Still, I'm sure now that my mom must have had some sort of secret, and I'm almost certain it had to do with what we're looking into. What are we looking into? If everyone hears that I went diving today, it might prompt people to start talking about what happened 5 years ago. Oh no, don't do that. True, if there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. I think we should see what old man Wakamura and Tsuyu have to say about this too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Okay. So I go to Granny. I'll be like, Granny, I went diving today. However, that night would see unprecedented calamity descend upon Kamishima. What are you doing over there, Gran? This is where it's hidden. Hidden? What is? Oh, it is me and Azami. What Mare, your mother. What is going on? I didn't read the last. Oh! What? Tsuyu, what's wrong? What? Gen Kobayashi. I've never heard that name before. What the fuck? Everyone's dying. What the hell? No way, even Chie. Out of nowhere? Oh no, the divers. What the hell is happening? It's so dramatic. Yuza, your head, It's what? It's what? Tell me. Please. Show my face. Come on. Look in the mirror. Did I become a mermaid? Is that what happened? No. Well done in your efforts thus far. I regret to say that even if you continue down this path, you will be helpless to prevent the mysterious attack that befell Kamishima. Storyteller, not like this. Yuza Minakuchi's bleak fate will likewise remain unchanged. If I may, perhaps it would be prudent to ignore this route for now and turn your attention elsewhere. Do I have a choice? Once you have found a way to proceed, you may return here to confirm the results for yourself. Next month is time for me to gamble. Umamusume? Why, what's next month? What is next month? Let me look it up. Oh, for Adisif. I'm going to look it up anyway. Timeline. Fine Motion and... who's this? Karin-chan? Inari-1. There's no one I want to pull in the next few months in Uma. I forgot when the meta card is coming. Meta card? What meta card? From here, you will return to your first diving experience, from which you may seek another way forward. No, I gotta do that all over again? If I may, I suspect you might be overlooking something important in those sunken depths. Okay. Fine Motion, Super Creek, and Kita. Okay. I will tell you when those will come out. I think Fine Motion will be first. Fine motion is August. No, wait a minute. Where am I? We are at 1.5, yes. Suzuka, Chirubi. Fine motion is August 30th to September 6th. Super Creek is September 21st to September 28th. So those are the banners that I'll be pulling as well. Kita-san, I think, won't be for another couple of years, unfortunately. Good thing I maxed Kita-san. Anyway, so I go diving. I need to figure out what happened in the depths. I'm missing something. I advise you to take a closer look behind you on your next dive. Ominous. Oh, and another thing, I recommend saving manually once you resume your journey. If you fail to find another way forward, it will provide an excellent point for which you can try again. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Oh boy, here we go. Do I keep my diver rank? Oh no, I lose everything. He said save manually. In slot 1, sure. Let's do that. Oh, I keep my rank. Hell yeah. I'm not ready. I should look behind. What am I looking for? What's the question mark? Holy. What the fuck is that? Is that me? Oh, that's a dead person. Oh no. What the hell is that? No, get away from me. It's me, no? Square Enix presents Paranormasight. Man, their intros are always so fun. Alright, everyone died. I need to figure out why they died. And Jesus. Something happened to me. Dive failed. What? Stop diving? I mean, I saw... Okay. Right, let's leave it at that for today. Good work out there, Yuza. You managed to get... Okay, this is the same thing as before. Yes. What was I supposed to do there? Talk about the whole... Oh, I do want to talk about it. Azami. Before we head back, could we talk for a bit? Sure, what's up? Think. Ocean. Fishing boat. Ocean. Kamishiwa. The sky? No. That island on the horizon is Kamishima, where I was born and raised. Kamishima is located in the waters near the entrance to Ise Bay. As such, there are strict regulations on both the times and places ama diving is allowed. The fishing boat is... Oh, this is... I thought this was like a 2D thing. This is actually 3D. The fishing boat, the Sain Maru, belongs to Azami's family. I don't have a boat of my own, so Azami was kind enough to bring it out for me. It used to belong to his dad, so it's getting on in years, but he takes good care of it. It seems he's hoping to keep using it for years to come. More years to come. Do I just like talk to him? Think. I'm still struggling to process what just happened. I've got to tell Azami. So, when I was diving just now, blah blah blah, yada yada, a giant hole in the seabed you'd never heard of before. Yeah, the rocks around it looked like they'd only recently collapsed. So I think it probably opened up within the last few months or so. And now that you mention it, there was a pretty big earthquake around here about 3 months ago. Maybe that has something to do with it. And it has bubbles. Oh, that's right. That would have been before I got back. Anyway, if you saw a giant hole in the seabed, you'd be curious about it, right? I sure would. Curious enough, I tried to take a look inside. It'd be pretty dangerous, but I guess I might. Yeah. Right? So I went closer to try and get a better look. Did you see anything? I saw my dead self. This is so creepy. Can I just keep looking at it? I'll grab water while I'm looking at this. I'm back. Are we still looking at the hole? Well, when I looked down into the hole, a ghost or something that looked just like me suddenly rose from the depths. It's creepy. A ghost that looked like you. It swam towards me with its hand outstretched. It looked like it was trying to hand me something. Hand something to me. Or maybe it was trying to tell me something. Man. What did you do to that? What did you do then? Did you take its hand? I did. I felt like I couldn't resist somehow. I guess even the patron saint of diving does foolish things sometimes. The only thing I was a patron of was carelessness and lack of proper vigilance. It sounds like there wasn't much you could do about it though. Hey Yuza. The thing you ran into, do you think it could have been a Tomokazuki? Tomokazuki? Okay, lore time. The music, it's like a Vsauce music. Or is it? You've never heard of it. Well, I guess not even all the folks around here know about it either. It does sound familiar, though. The Tomokazuki is a sort of ghost story around these parts. The true story that goes that sometimes, when diving, an ama diver will come across another version of themselves, an exact copy. That other version of them will be holding out something they want, like an abalone. But like, what is he holding? Something they want. And when the diver reaches for it, the Tomokazuki grabs them and drags them to the bottom of the sea. Am I dead? Oh, that's scary. But wait, there's more. The Tomokazuki I saw wasn't holding anything. It wasn't? Well, that's different. Unless I'm just forgetting? Maybe he forgot it at home or something. Alright. Visas, Michael here. At home, huh? The abalone? Yeah, the abalone. I need to look up like how that's pronounced. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Pronunciation. Abalone? Abalone, okay. I wasn't that far. ESL. ESL. Maybe the Tomokazuki is more careless than the legends let on. You're pretty forgetful though, so maybe it became such a perfect copy that it emulated that aspect of you as well. Okay. Oh, that damn Tomokazuki, it knows my every weakness. Now that you mention it though, I think I do remember that story from when I was younger. My mom told me about it. I guess the fact that I forgot the story really proves how forgetful I am, huh? No worries, it was a while ago, you know? Okay, are we done here? This is Azami Komoi, my best friend. I've known him since we were both kids growing up on Kamishima. When I told him I wanted to become an ama diver, he was quick to offer his full support. Man, what a bro, ride or die. Alright, nothing else. So, did anything happen after you took its hand? I don't really remember. When I came to, I was back outside the hole. I thought maybe I'd back out due to lack of oxygen, and it had been some sort of hallucination. Maybe that's why the storyteller asked me to save, because I could retry? I see, I guess it's possible. But if that's the case, that means I stopped... Wait? That means I stopped you just to talk about some hallucination I saw. And that would be super embarrassing. Some people do say that the Tomokazuki legends might have come about because of divers seeing things when they run out of air. But hey, it's no big deal, even if it was a hallucination. The most important thing is that you're safe. Still, I can't help but wonder about a hole suddenly appearing like that. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Okay. By the way, you know those symbols on your diving gear? Yes. Symbols. Yep. Seiman and Doman. The ama divers around here all have them somewhere on their outfits. Oh, this was my mom's gear, so I didn't know. People say those symbols work as a charm to protect divers from the Tomokazuki. Interesting. But if I ran into a Tomokazuki just now, wouldn't that mean the charm didn't work? Maybe, but it could be thanks to the charm that you made it back safely. The sea's a dangerous place even without the Tomokazuki around. Things could have been even worse without the charm to protect you. I see. So without this charm, I really could have been attacked by a shark. Glad I had it then. Seriously, a shark would have been no laughing matter. I get a file about a shark? Oh, okay. There lived a young ama diver known for her exceptional swimming skills. One day, the wind was strong and the waves were higher than usual, and deterred by the turbulent weather, the young diver dove into the sea, but couldn't find even the smallest shell to bring back, let alone any abalone. Determined to find something, she dove even deeper into the ocean until she paused, sensing a presence behind her. Turning, she felt an undeniable sense that someone was watching her from a shadowy crevice in the rock. Finding this strange, she ventured closer, only to come face to face with a diver who looked exactly like her. As she floated there, stunned, the other diver extended her hand. In it was an abalone, larger than any she had ever seen. The young diver was mesmerized. She had to have that abalone no matter what. She reached out her hand to take it. Suddenly, when her fingers were mere inches away from the abalone, the other diver's hand shot out and grasped her arm. Shocked, the young diver frantically struggled to pull away, but it was too late. Slowly, inevitably, she was dragged down into the depths of the ocean. Over time, this being became known as Tomokazuki, Together Diver, due to it taking on an identical appearance to its victims. Divers are warned never to accept Tomokazuki's offerings in the depths, lest they suffer the same fate. The Tomokazuki is still greatly feared by ama divers in modern times, and the Seiman and Doman symbols inscribed on items they take with them when diving are charms said to protect them from it. Protective symbol widely worn by ama divers in Shima and Toba. The star-shaped symbol is known as Seiman, and the lattice-like symbol is known as Doman. The two symbols are often embroidered side by side or drawn on clothing using purple dye made from shells. They are worn by ama divers when diving to ward off potential disasters that might befall them. Let's see. Interesting. Alright, let's head home, shall we? Think. Tomokazuki, huh? But why would something like that be here? Hey, Azami, about the Tomokazuki just now. Yeah? Recollection? Do you think it has anything to do with what we're looking into? Remind me. Unlocked. Past recollection chapter. Use Zaminakuchi. Something I want to do. Storyteller, please! My apologies for the interruption. I'd like to take this chance to inform you about a unique ability of yours, the recollection feature. But to make things clear, I must first tell you about the story chart. From here, you will return to this screen, the story chart at breaks in the story. You see, the story you will witness will not necessarily unfold in chronological order. This screen will allow you to see where each chapter lies in the grand scheme of things, as well as select where you wish to proceed to next. If the icon for a chapter is not dim, that indicates it has not been fully completed. Generally speaking, completing a chapter will unlock the chapter immediately after. However, there will occasionally be times when a recollection button will appear during the story, as you experienced just now. Pressing this button will allow you to delve into a memory evoked by certain words in the text. Because I'm forgetful. Interesting mechanics. Which will in turn unlock a new chapter, a past recollection chapter for you to experience. A most remarkable ability, is it not? For someone with amnesia, yeah. Once you've unlocked such a chapter, it will become available in the story chapter for you to peruse as you wish. Peruse? This ability will be key in unraveling the tale before you, so do be sure to press the recollection button when you see it come up. tale before you, okay? With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Flashback time. If so, could your mom have become an ama diver because she wanted to find the Tomokazuki? I'm looking for something that mom was looking for? But she wouldn't have worn something with this charm on it if that were true, right? Good point. What happened? What happened? Story chart. I'll save here. I kind of want to load this and then see what happens if I do that again. Later, possibly. Is that all you wanted to talk about? There's more. No, there's more. Actually, this might be the most important part. I realize there's something I need to do after this, something really important. Hey, so you found a lead down there after all. I'm serious, if I don't pull this off, something terrible is going to happen. Okay. Hey, I believe you. Go on, tell me everything. Jeez, start talking. There we go. So this is... What is this? This is when everyone died? Memories of last summer? Something I want to do? Let's go here. Afternoon, Kamishima Kantekisho Ruins. I see, I see. If you say you want to be an ama diver, then of course you've got my full support. But something tells me you're not just doing this for Tsuyu. People are bound to talk if you become an ama diver here. You must have some other reasons, one big enough to risk everyone running their mouths. I knew I couldn't hide anything from you, Azami. And wouldn't take me even 0.2 seconds to see through one of your lies. So what's up? Tell me everything. Damn. Look at these ruins. These are the ruins of an old wartime building, the Kantekisho. The building's been abandoned, so hardly anyone ever comes here, which makes it perfect place for private meetings. In the middle, having been abandoned after the Second World War, the observation post has since fallen into disrepair, and the entry is now forbidden to the general public. But we're here. But I'm here with my friend. Even though he's got a lot on his plate, Azami agreed to meet up the moment I said something. He's been looking out for me ever since I came back. I couldn't ask for a better friend. I have a bad feeling about this. Hey Azami, what I'm about to say is going to sound pretty crazy. You still want to hear it? Sure, bring it on. Thanks. I'll come right out and say it then. I'm looking for a mermaid, and I need to find one by tomorrow. Okay. Oh, a mermaid, huh? And by tomorrow with that's gonna be tough. I've seen mermaids in my life, but it's gonna be a tough ask, buddy. I'm being serious. In fact, I've never been more serious. I really do have to find a mermaid by tomorrow. Otherwise, I can tell you're not joking by the look on your face. You've got some sort of reason for saying this, right? Go on. I'm listening. I am listening as well. Thanks, Azami. No, keep talking. Is it okay if I talk a little about the disaster 5 years ago? Ah, the disaster, huh? If you're okay with it, sure. I was in middle school at the time, and my parents had taken me out into the bay on a little fishing boat. This massive storm came out of nowhere and sank all three fishing boats that that got caught up in it. I was the only one who survived. Yeah, that was really terrible. My dad kind of died there too. So, what about the disaster did you want to talk about? Well, I've recently started to remember some things about what happened. For real? I know your memories of the disaster were kind of hazy due to shock, but it's great that you're starting to remember. Oh, but I guess it's not exactly something you'd want to remember, huh? Sorry for getting all fired up. It's okay. It actually hasn't bothered me as much as I thought it would. Thanks for worrying about me, though. It's just that the things I've remembered are a bit strange, so I couldn't bring myself to say anything. Sorry for keeping quiet up until now. Up to now. Strange, huh? Well, I can see why you'd want to keep it to yourself. All the things considered, don't sweat it. So, about the accident. Ooh. When we ran into the storm, our boat got caught up in a whirlpool and started to sink. My parents gave me a lifebuoy and lowered me into the water. They were frantic, and I was too stunned to do anything but I go along with what was happening. I can imagine that must have been really scary. The waves were knocking me around, so it took everything I had just to hold on to the buoy. In the end, I just watched as the boat was swallowed by the water. I couldn't do anything else. There wasn't anything you could have done. It wasn't your fault, Yuza. But right after that, this huge ca- huge, this huge wave came crashing down on me, and I got dragged down into the depths of the sea, lifebuoy and all. Huh? You got pulled under? But I thought, yeah, up until now, I thought I managed to miraculously stay afloat until I got rescued. But I remember now, I was pulled down underneath the waves. Until I remember being caught in a current and tossed all about underwater. I couldn't breathe. I was so sure I was going to die there. But then someone grabbed my hand. Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying? I was barely conscious by that point, so it's not like I saw them clearly or anything. But I'm certain someone was there with me. Someone who grabbed hold of me and pulled me to safety. And from what I remember, you're saying they were a mermaid? Exactly. Dum dum dum. So you were really saved by a mermaid. I'm sure of it, and it looked exactly like what first comes to mind when you hear the word mermaid. I see mates. I know what you're talking about. A real mermaid, huh? But it was a really extreme situation, so it's entirely possible I was just seeing things. Which would mean I called you out here just to talk to you about some hallucination I had. And if that's the case, I'm going to be super embarrassed. I mean, you're standing here talking to me now, right? So you must have gotten out of that situation somehow. And I can't imagine any normal person being able to stay afloat in a storm like that, let alone managing to save someone. Same. You'd have to be some sort of superhuman or something, if not, or not human at all. Hmm. Man, who would have guessed there were mermaids here in Issei? If I really was saved by a mermaid, I owe them my life. I'd like to thank them in person if possible. Makes sense. So that's why you're looking for them, huh? Okay. So does this have anything to do with the Tomokazuki that we just met? They said that Tomokazuki, when you see a Tomokazuki, they would be holding something that you want. But in this case, this Tomokazuki did not have anything in his hand. Could it be either we just haven't seen it or it wants something like, I want nothing? Well, if you manage to find them, I gotta thank them for saving you too. So I was thinking of heading to where the disaster happened and diving there to see if I can find anything. Wait, are you sure? You almost died there. I'll be fine. In fact, since I've never gone near there since the disaster happened, I was also thinking I'd like to do something to honor my parents and your dad's memory. Yeah, I'd like to at least offer flowers if nothing else. The others here have always kept their distance, but it's not like going there is forbidden or anything. Let's do it. Thanks, Azami. I owe you one. Let's go. Let's leave. Think. I should be able to tell Azami everything, right? Yeah, he's a bro. Mermaid search leads. Hmm. But there's no guarantee the mermaid will still be around there, right? I'm thinking it'd be good to have more of a lead before we head out there. About that, do you mind if I say something crazy? I do not. The floor is yours. Again? Sure, what's up? Again? You've said three crazy things so far. You remember my mom, right? Of course, I remember Mrs. Mare. Well, she wasn't originally from Kameshima, but she met my dad when she moved here and ended up marrying him. But even to me, she never seemed to really fit in here. Well, I can't say I disagree there. She never spoke to me much either. Some people even outright told me not to talk to her, you know. Said she was suspicious because we didn't know anything about her, stuff like that. I guess that's understandable. She didn't really involve herself in community activities and almost never participated in local events. It felt like she was always keeping her distance from the other islanders, somehow. 20 years here and she was still considered an outsider. Yeah, I never know how to bring it up to you, but I always kind of wondered, was there some sort of reason for that? Not as far as I know. Dad and Gran never seemed to mind, so I figured that's just how she was. But looking back at things now, it was pretty weird. Well, I guess even I thought she was a bit of an oddball sometimes. You say that, but I think you're getting to be pretty similar. I think you're getting to be pretty similar to her. What, really? Yep. What's that saying? Marching to the beat of your own drum? You're both like that. Really? I never realized. I've been so blind. A blind fool. Yep, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. There's more? But why do you bring up your mom all of a sudden? Well, looking back now, there were a few things that always bothered me. The music stopped. I am scared. No. For a start, no one ever told me where my mom was from. She was also a natural at ama diving, but I never saw her eat any seafood. She's a mermaid. And sometimes at night, she'd suddenly say she wanted to go look at the sea before going out and not coming back for hours. I guess that's all pretty weird, yeah? That's not all. When I was sorting through my mom's belongings, I found this. We usually keep it in the family altar, but I brought it along today to show you. What is that? A fish scale? Oh no, it's huge. It's gotta be at least 7 or 8 centimeters long. I always just figured she'd held onto it because it was a rare find. But once I remembered the mermaid, I began to wonder, what fish could this scale have come from? And why was my mom holding onto it? It was her scale. So, another theory is that mom's a mermaid, and then she chose to be, you know, part of our world, as little Ariel would say. And she was exiled by her other mermaid friends. And maybe the one who saved me was a friend of mom. Perhaps, probably, possibly. You're not saying. I am. A mermaid who rescued me back then was a zombie. Wait, let me save here. I will save the slot 2, sure. How many save slots do I have? 5. Oh my god. GA? Maybe myself. What happens if I say that? I think it was my mom. And she doesn't, and she never returned because she could have only saved one between me and my dad. Is that why? Or because I've seen her, and now I don't know. I should stop theorizing. What do you think? I don't know. It's pretty out there. Could that even be possible? So your theory is that your mom used to be a mermaid, but she became a human so she could live among us. Among us? Yeah, but she turned it back into a mermaid when the disaster happened and wasn't able to come back afterwards. How does that sound? I don't know. But after hearing your story, I can't just dismiss it out of hand either. If that's really the case, and my mom really is still out there in the sea somewhere, even in a different form, I was thinking it'd be nice if I could see her again. It might be because they're still treated as missing instead of dead, but it still hasn't really sunk in that my parents are gone. I know what you mean. Sometimes it feels like my pops is just going to show up at home again, like nothing ever happened. Though even though your mom's alive, I guess it'd be hard for her to show up if she's back in her mermaid form now. If my mom really does have some sort of connection to mermaids, then maybe that was the reason she never really fit in here. It might help clear up any mistaken impressions the others have of her anyway. I see. So you think that by trying out ama diving like your mom did, you might be able to find something out. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll run into a mermaid in the process. Yeah. And if I really am descended from mermaids somehow, it's possible that diving might awaken something in me. Oh right, I forgot. I hadn't thought of that. I guess if your legs suddenly become fins, we'll know for sure you're a second generation maid. Mermaid. Okay, I think I've gotten the gist of what you want to do now. Thanks for understanding, Azami. I haven't been happy with how people have been treating you ever since the disaster either, and what they say about your mom. If there's anything I can do to clear the air, I want to help. Thanks, I appreciate it. I want to trust Azami, but like, having played the first game, I don't want to trust anyone. Though I don't know how people will react if you suddenly start talking about mermaids. It might be best to keep quiet about that part for now and just say you're looking into your mom. What do you think? Yeah, I think that would be best. Okay. Now we've got that settled. How about we head out tomorrow morning? Sounds good to you? Yep. I've been doing some training in secret, so I'm all set. Okay. Are we ready? I should be able to. Okay. What to do next? Still, having to find a mermaid by tomorrow is pretty sudden. What's up with the tight deadline? Oh, that's true. Well, sorry, I can't say right now, but if we manage to find one, I'll explain everything, I promise. Well, as long as you tell me later, it's all good. Oh, here's an idea. If you're in that much of a rush, how about we talk to Tsukasa and Sato? Maybe they'll be able to help out. I wonder. It would be nice to have more help, but would they even believe me? The whole thing is pretty crazy after all. Besides, Tsukasa's going back to the mainland soon. I'd hate to bother her now. Tsukasa and Sato. True. Still, knowing Tsukasa, she might be surprisingly on board with the whole thing. See, I knew he'd be here. There they are. Oh, speak of the devil. When did you two get here? So this is Tsukasa. She's going to the mainland, apparently. Oh, talking about something you didn't want us to hear? Were you? Wait, talking about something you didn't want us to hear, were you? Boys will be boys, I guess. This is true. Childhood friend, Tsukasa Awao. Prentice, I'm a diver. There's an all-girls high school here in this island? In this island of 900 people? Come on, man, just have one school. Her estimated diver rank is 6, same as me. However, the teachers have been strongly encouraging her to aim for a national university. And it was more common to find her playing with the two boys than with girls her own age up until middle school. Since leaving the island to attend high school, oh right, okay, I see. She has grown more conscious of her age difference and has put some distance between herself and them. She hit it off immediately with Sato Shiranami, a girl who came to Kaneshima to lodge with the Wakamuras a few months ago and was looking forward to showing her around the island and helping her adapt to life there whenever she returns home. 18 years ago, her still pregnant mother, Nagisa Awao, moved to Kaneshima alone before giving birth to Tsukasa shortly afterwards. Tsukasa subsequently grew up in a single mother household, although she used to occasionally ask her mother about her father. Her questions were always evaded. So she has since stopped inquiring. However, the fact that her mother never seems to have any financial difficulties despite not working has led her to quietly suspect he might still be involved in some ways. Dude, we're only like 2 hours in, there's already so much information. Hey, you've got us all wrong. We weren't talking about anything like that. Yeah, you gotta hear us out, Tsukasa. I was powerless to resist. I refused at first, but Azami insisted and... Oh? Tell me more. You might as well admit it, Yuza. And Sato, what's with this sudden keen interest? Enigmatic girl. Okay, so she is an outsider. Tsukasa's mom is an outsider, right? But they're not sussy. Interesting. House guest. A mysterious girl currently lodging at Shinobi Wakamura, a local Kaneshima magnate. 3 months ago, oh my god, she's a mermaid. Saro suddenly arrived on Kameshima, claiming that she was the child of a relative of Wakamura's. What is happening? It could be related to her then. Whatever happened when everyone died. She showed no signs of attending school or doing any sort of work, instead spending her days holed up in the Wakamura household, leading many islanders to wonder just who she is and what she's doing there. Those who know about Wakamura's high-interest money lending behind the scenes speculate that she might be the daughter of one of his borrowers, sent to work as a domestic servant to pay off a debt. But Sado herself is extremely easygoing and doesn't seem to be bothered by the endless rumors. A huge television fan, she spends much of her spare time glued to the set in the Wakamura household, with her most recent obsessions being soap operas and 2-hour thrillers. However, she isn't all that fond of period dramas. She is good friends with Tsukasa Awao, who is close to her in age. The two can often be seen enjoying themselves wandering the island together. Okay, they are besties. Let's calm down, okay? It's not like that. We were having a perfectly normal conversation. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Anyway, hey, don't just brush me off. You're getting pretty worked up, Asami. Don't act all innocent. You're the one who caused this mess, you know? Sorry to interrupt your fun, but I really did have something to say. Folks are worried you haven't showed up to the association meeting, Asami. You should probably get going. I like her hairstyle. I dig it. Oh damn, the meeting. It totally slipped my mind. Sorry, Yuza, I gotta go for now, but I'll get in touch later. No problem, thanks for coming even though you're so busy. I guess we'll be on our way too then. Sorry, but we've got some important business of our own to handle. We won't be able to help out with whatever you're up to. Recollection! Unlock past recollection. Sato Shiranami advice. Is she gonna be like, don't be friends with Asami? So you did hear what we were talking about. Only part where my name came up, but I didn't want to be nosy though. I see. Well, thanks for coming all the way out here to get Asami. I know what you guys are up to, but you've piqued my interest. Be sure to tell me all about it later, okay? Anyway, see you later. Come on, Sato. Sato is not pleased about this. Roger. Oh, one more thing. You better not forget about the day after tomorrow. Tell Azami he'd better remember too. Okay? She got fangs. Oh no. Oh no, she a cutie. I'll tell... I did not read. I was mesmerized. Oh no. I can be Sato? What's this? I want to... So these are done. Cursed. Okay. I will do Yuza, all of Yuza's first. Somebody, the residents of Kameshima are extremely against Yuza becoming an ama diver. Yuza believes that the hidden secret behind his deceased mother, Mare Minakuchi, is the reason for this, and that it is also the key to finding the mermaid, so he begins a full-scale search. I'm ready. Let's find those mermaids. True. If there's any time to ask about your mom, it's now. Oh, we're back here. I think we should see what that Oman Wakamura and Tsuyu have to say about all this too. Yeah, assuming Gran agrees to talk about it anyway. Let's go. Where do we go? Minauchi? Okamura? Rest Chuo Street. Let's go to Granny. Let's ask Granny what happened. Welcome back, Yuza. Oh, and Azami's here too. Thanks for having me. You two went out diving today, didn't you? How did you know, Granny? How did it go? Get a decent haul? Gran, about that. I was all I was all set to enjoy the next stage of my life as an ama diver, but I found myself on forced leave the very day of my grand debut. Goodness, did something happen? Okay, so Granny doesn't mind me, or um, what's his name? I forgot. Doesn't mind him becoming an ama diver. I guess that makes two people who supports me for what I want to do in my life. Oh my, Chi and others said all that. If I were you, I wouldn't pay them any mind. You're not breaking any rules, are you? Granny's a good woman. Are you sure it's okay? No point fretting over pointless detail is what I always say. Tsuyu Minakuchi. What's your diver rank? We're going to do some matchmaking today. Relaxed and broad-minded nature. What? There's no diver rank? Although now retired due to health issues, she's one of the best ama divers on Kameshima, especially in her younger days, during which she had a fierce rivalry with Chiya Toyama, also known also known as Chiya the Mermaid. Later years saw them reconcile, and they could often be seen talking and laughing together at the diver's hut while grilling their catches. She lost her husband in the war when her son Tosuke Minakochi was 3 years old. I must have underestimated how deep tensions ran. I never imagined they'd still be that hostile towards her. I thought things would have calmed down by now. For sure, I'm sorry, Yuza. It's okay, Gran. Not being allowed to dive isn't the end of the world or anything. Are you sure there isn't a reason no one wants to talk about Mom? Come on, out with it. Well, no reason I can think of. I'd like to get to the bottom of things the things there if possible. It's going to affect my life here if I don't. And I'd like to clear Mom's name too. If you don't mind me saying, it does seem pretty weird that people would be this upset just by Yuza coming back to Kameshima. Are you sure there's not some particular reason they don't like the thought of him going out diving? Well, no reason I can think of. Hmm. Exactly the same answer as before. She's determined to pretend she doesn't know. Grant, I know you've always been reluctant to talk about Mom, but I'm not a child anymore. Isn't it about time you told me the truth? Sato. Sato is the one who killed everyone. Hmm. About Mom. You really can't. Oh, wait. You really can't think of any reason why everyone has such a problem with Mom? Well. Alright, I'll be honest with you. Mario wasn't actually human. Here it is. Huh? You mean we were right? Are you for real? Wait. Don't tell me you believe that. Can't you boys take a joke? Come on, Granny. We're serious about this. I was obviously kidding. Did all that seawater pickle your common sense? Wait, you were joking? Of course I was. I thought I'd mess with around a bit and see if I could get a rise out of you. But you sure turned the tables on me. Turn a prank around on me like that. I have nothing more to teach you, young user. Oh, and here I fell for it. For it. Hook, line, and sinker. It's no good. She's set on giving us the slip. We're not going to get anything more out of her like this. Maybe she'd be more willing to talk if we had more information. Okay. Okay. Can I just like come back here? I wanna see all of them though. Do you have any diving advice for me, Gran? Advice, eh? Let me see. If you're looking to get a higher score in a single dive, you should focus on gathering everything you can, even a small fry. Getting 10 or 15 will earn you a bonus to your final score. If you manage to nab a big catch, switching your focus to bring in as many small catches as possible should net you a good result. I see, that'd be a great help. More than 10 sea creatures at once will earn you a large haul bonus. A total of 10 or more will give you 1 times 1.5x. Damn. So it's quantity over quality, I see. Why is this not getting checked? You heard me say this before, but Mare found it difficult to fit in here on the island. The environment she'd grown up in was quite different, you see. She struggled to adapt to life in a small community. No other reason I could think of for the beef the others had with her. Oh, there we go. So how did your dive out in the bay go? The dive went perfectly. You may know me only as your grandson, Yuza. But in truth, I'm a living legend, Kameshima's patron saint of diving. Well, now, that does sound impressive. Though I think living legends is a bit much. I'd rate you as a legend in training at best. You could tell all that just with a single glance. I know a greenhorn when I see one. Come back when you've spent a bit more time in the sea, eh? But I've been forbidden from diving from now, so it seems my life as an ama diver will have to wait. No need to fret. I'm sure that'll sort itself out in time. I don't know about that. Your grandma's the same as ever, eh? There's more? Whatever the case, I'm happy you've chosen to follow in my footsteps, Yuza. Good thing I thought to keep Mare's outfit, hey? Yeah, but I didn't know how I feel about being able to fit in my mom's clothes at this age. You never did get any taller after middle school, did you? Yeah. As my constant diet of fresh seafood meant nothing. It's nothing you need to worry about, Yuza. Doesn't make you any less charming. You wouldn't happen to have any other diving tips for me, would you? Well now, Bolo's brass, aren't we? But I'm glad you're keen to learn. Let me see. Sometimes you come across areas when diving that are simply brimming with sea creatures. I call them bountiful zones. Bountiful zones, huh? I'd love to see one. On the other hand, areas with a lot of starfish are usually picked clean with no sea creatures to speak of. I call those places barren zones. Okay, so when there are starfishes around, it's kind of like this area has been cleaned, has been swept. So the more starfishes there are, the less sea creatures there'll be. Got it. Oh, it was Yuza. A whopper of a catch could still be hiding in a barren zone, of course. Always keep an eye on your surrounding. Damn. Grandma with her diving tips. Sorry I had to leave early today to go diving, Gran. Was everything okay? How are you feeling? Well, I didn't have much pep in my step today, but it's fine because Sato came over this morning. I do not trust her. I do not trust Sato. Not with that smile. She's really a saint. She really is a saint, always helping me out with the cooking and cleaning like that. What if she's the one who saved me? I'm theorizing already. My mind is going bonkers. Again? Gran, I know you're fond of her, but you shouldn't rely on her too much. I didn't know Sato's coming over to help out here. Yeah, she and Gran became friends recently, and before I knew it, she was coming over every so often. Sato's such a nice lady. She even chats with me about all the latest TV drama developments. She's a bit naive in some ways, but she's a quick learner. Remembers everything I tell her almost instantly. Ooh. Like me? Ah, I had no idea. I said she could relax here for a while, but she left early today. I'm glad you're having fun, but make sure to thank her properly sometime, alright? Of course, of course. Right? I'm always happy to help, you know? There's no need to depend on others so much. I know, but if someone has to help me get things done, I'd rather it was some lovely young girl, you know? Understandable, Gran. Understandable. And besides, she does a much better job at cooking and cleaning than you, Yuza. See, I do my best to be a good grandson, and this is the thanks I get. Alright. Let's see the other guy. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You do take care, okay? Alright, Wakamura. Oh, this is Chia's house. You two again. What are you doing here? She's here too. Her face never gets old. We're chatting about something important right now. Scram! Guess we've got no choice but to come back later, huh? Okay, alright. So we were here. Is there anything to see here? Doesn't look like there's anyone here who can help us. Let's try somewhere else. Got it. Chuo Street. Left to right. Seems like there's a bit of commotion there. Maybe they know something about the rumors. Want me to go ask? That'd be great, thanks. Hey, what's up? Did something happen? Islander. Oh, if it isn't a zombie. I don't know if you've heard, but blah 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 yada yada yada. Welcome back. Man, once they get started, they never stop talking. Anyway, nothing about your mom, I'm afraid. But they did have something interesting to say. Let's hear it. Interesting things? Do you want the normal news first or the worrying news? I always like the bad news first. Let's hear the worrying news. Okay then. There are reports that two awa divers have gone missing. Apparently both cases were around Ijika town on the mainland. Oh, were they diving accidents or something? I guess so. It seems it's still under investigation though. The sea hasn't been that rough lately. But I guess it's a dangerous job, so you never know what might happen. Still, two AMA divers going missing one after another is pretty unusual, so it does make you wonder. It wasn't that long ago there was all that talk about human bones being found in the sea near Toba, you know? I remember that, yeah. Isn't that also near Ichika? Maybe this is why Chi is going on about bad omens. Yeah, it's definitely worrying news. Alright, normal news. How about the normal news? So we've got a bunch of tourists visiting right now as usual. But what's really got people talking is that there are two foreigners among them today. Oh really? I hear the Ise Grand Shrine sees a lot of foreign visitors, but it's unusual for them to come up to the outlying islands like this. What's more, it seems they've been going around asking a bunch of questions. And get this. Apparently they said they've come here looking for mermaids. Mermaids? Curious, right? Yeah, right when we were looking into them too. And that's not all. For some reason, they were asking about your mom, Mare Minakuchi, too. Things are getting spicy. What? But why would foreign visitors be asking about my mom? Seems like people think they're pretty shady. I was told not to go near them and everything. No, I definitely want to hear what they have to say. I wonder where they are now. Probably still on Kameshima at least, though the question is where. Well, I guess if we see two Westerners around, we'll know who they are, eh? Apparently, they're an older man and a young girl. Yeah, I'm sure we'll know them when we see them. I hope we manage to find them. Let let me turn this down a bit for me. Okay, it looks like that's all the info we're going to get around here. Let's try going somewhere else. I'm going to save Tori last. I think they're gonna be here. So I'm going to check the town clock. Well, if it isn't Shotaro. Ho ho. Hey there, you two. Just the man I wanted to see. You wouldn't happen to have seen Sato around, would you? We have. Wakamura. Shotaro Wakamura. Attending university in Tokyo and is back in Kamishima on summer break. While his father Shinobu wants Shotaro to inherit the influence and wealth he spent much of his life building up, Shotaro himself has no intention of doing so. On the contrary, he's skeptical of the old fashioned insular ways of island society, and regards his father as the very embodiment of those outdated mores, viewing him with utter disgust for his overbearing vulgar tendencies and superstitious beliefs. Seems like a cool guy. Sato? No, I haven't seen her today. She was supposed to meet with me earlier, but she never showed. She didn't show? Did something happen? Oh, I'm sure it's just because of my old man's ridiculous request earlier. Honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. Still, he really has been acting off lately. I can't believe he'd say something like that. Something wrong? Oh, pardon me. It's nothing for you to for you too to worry about. By the way, Yusa, I hear you become an ama diver. Ah, yes, but I was told to stop, so I'm currently on extended, if not permanently, leave. Haha, oh, don't let it get to you. I, for one, think you should go for it. Man, these are my bros. These are my homies. Imagine everyone's been using your mother as an excuse, saying she brought bad luck to the island or some such. Wow, that's exactly it. Do you know why everyone's keep saying Yusa's mom was the bad omen, Shotaro? Ah yes, what was it again? Something about her being the Raging Waves curse bearer. Oh, we got more curse bearers? No. Wait, it could be the scale that we got. That means we're a curse bearer now. And we get to kill people? Is that what's happening? The what? Raging Waves? The Raging Waves curse bearer. Raging Waves is, well, exactly what you think it means. And the curse bearer has the power to call forth that calamity of the sea. Oh boy. Okay. I see where this game is going. And I like it. My old man was going on about it earlier, but it's probably just superstitious nonsense. No. How do I see? Oh, there we go. Don't pay it any mind. Ah, but I really should get going. Let me know if you see Sato, okay? See you later. Oh boy. Oh boy. The mention of a cursed bear got me perked up. Sounded bad. I'm pretty curious about what Shotaro said. Yeah, the Raging Waves curse bearer, huh? Did people really see my mom that way? Maybe we should ask her. We should ask Mr. Wakamura what he knows. Okay, another guess. So, in the first game, there are curse bearers with like different stories of the mysteries of Hanjo. And every curse bearer item has a different ability, right? I think it's going to be the same thing here, where there may be, I don't know, like a few curse bear, maybe seven curse bearers or seven curses, and the slashes that happened in the first one could have been done by a curse bear, could have been a work of a curse bear. When and they're only targeting Ama divers, it seems, because two Ama divers died in the mainland. They said, which is crazy. It's worth a shot at least. Anyway, let's keep moving. Hey, on to the last one. Oh, maybe I can ask Gran about the raging waves. Huge. That'd be huge. There they are. Huh? Why is she so shocked? Wow. Tsukasa? Sato, what's going on? Well, I'm sorry, I can't explain right now. She's like bawling. Tsukasa, come here. We're drawing too much attention here. You made her cry? How dare you? She was my favorite character. Wah. What was that all about? Something's definitely up with them. Yeah, they practically ran off when they saw us. Tsukasa was crying. Why the hell? What the hell could have happened? I'm worried too, but Sato said she can't explain right now. I'm sure that means they'll tell us what's up later when I'm going through her route. True, we shouldn't grill them if they're not ready to talk about it. Still, I get the feeling we probably shouldn't tell Shotaro we saw Sato here. Man, no. I want to read all of them. Yeah, let's keep this to ourselves until we learn a bit more. That's it? Maybe I can ask Gran now? Gran, do you know about the curses? Oh, was there something else you needed, Yuza? Got it. Do take care, okay? Okay. There's nothing here. This is when we heard. So there's nothing in the jetty. This is where we heard about the two divers missing in mainland and the two foreigners. Town clock, we run into Shotaro. Tori, we ran into who was looking for Sato, and then Tori, we ran into Sato and oh no, what's best girl's name? Tsukasa. And Tsukasa was crying. Do I go back here? Maybe Chie's gone? Oh, she is. Old man Wakamura, would you mind if we ask you something real quick? It's just one thing after another today. What now? Azami and the Minakuchi boy. I heard from Chia you two went out into the bay to do some diving earlier. Well, I've got a bone to pick with you. And there's no time like the present. Okay. So, boy, are you seriously wanting to become a Nama diver? Huh? I thought at first you'd come up here to get my permission to dive. But now I hear you've been running around looking into Mari Minakuchi. What's the meaning of this? We've been asking around. To be honest, we have been asking around, I guess. There was no hiding it from you. Yuza, are you sure this is okay? It's probably best to be honest about things now, Azami. It's just like you said, we've been trying to find out more about my mom. I knew it. Anyway, my point is, no more sticking your nose where it don't belong, got it? And most of all, no becoming an Ama diver. Ooh, he's so against it. Single most influential person on Kamishima. It is said that he has recently become an ardent devotee of a certain famous sorcerer in Tokyo and often relies on their guidance when making decisions. Could it be Sato? So, if I give up on becoming an ama diver and fall in line, would you tell me more? Would you tell me about my mom? All this sniffling around you're doing sure ain't falling in line, that's for sure. Besides, you should be asking Tsuyu about all this business, not me. She gotta know more than I do. Oh? So Tsuyu really does know more than she's letting on. I can ask about the Chris Bear? Grant says she doesn't know anything about my mom, though. So she even said that to you. What do you mean? Well, I don't know that much myself. Tsuyu's always been tight-lipped about Mare Minakuchi. Where she came from, what her deal was. So you've been saying Yusa's mom was to blame for that massive storm, even though you don't know for sure? Tsuyu said nothing to deny it. Speaks for itself, don't it? More about Gran? If you don't like what you're hearing, you should go ask Tui about it yourselves. All right. Let's ask about the cursed bear. Mr. Okamura, what is the raging waves cursed bear? Ooh, the face. Where'd you hear that about that? It's going to be Shotaro. Boy never could keep his mouth shut. We heard it's some sort of curse that whips the waves into a frenzy. Does something like that really exist? It does. The One Piece is real. The Southern Sea disaster 5 years ago was caused by that very same curse. Okay. Wait, what did... Oh my goodness. What did Shotaro say about it? That my mom has it? Or my mom was the Raging Waves curse bear? I mean, that makes sense. Why they're accusing her now, I guess. But I'm sure that every Ama diver has one, no? At this point? The curse of the Raging Waves? And your mother, Mari Minakuchi, was the one who brought it down on us. The storm was no natural disaster. It was entirely preventable. If we'd only stopped her from going to the bay that day, Kameshima wouldn't have had to suffer that such a tragedy. What? My mom would never have done something like that. Just because you don't remember, don't mean she wasn't up to something out there. As to whether it was intentional or not, who can say, but it don't make a difference either way. I don't get how you can say Miss Mari was a curse bearer or whatever if you didn't know anything about her. Do you have any proof? Proof? I've got the words of a trusty sorcerer backing me up. That's all the proof I need. A sorcerer? You're basing all this on what some woo-woo wizard said? Give me a break. You can believe what you like. Don't change the fact that curses and spirits are as real as anything else. But I don't have time to butt heads with you two. But I know what I'm saying is the honest truth. Looks like there's no point trying to change his mind. Old man's as stubborn as a mule. So you really think there's a storm coming, and that storm is caused by a curse? Of course I do. Some fellas who said they were with the police dropped by to warn me about it yesterday, in fact. Oh. It's gonna be the foreigners, no? Police? Why would the police be warning you about a curse? I reckon they were just phonies trying to take advantage of the curse for their own benefit. But even you two must have noticed that rumbling coming from the sea over the last few days, right? That's the proof the curse of the raging waves is getting stronger. So that's why we've been telling everyone to stop taking their boats out and prepare for a storm. There is. Naturally, I can't just come out and say it's cause of a curse. There's no telling when or where it'll rear its head. It's too dangerous to go to the water in these circumstances. Even so, we'll have to take our boats out again eventually. We can't keep off the sea forever. You're damn tootin'. Which is why I gotta find a way to stop the curse as soon as possible. Why would a curse be affecting the sea around here, though? Seems like you two still don't believe me. Fine, let's see if this will change your minds. Uh-oh. A long time back, there used to be another island to the south of here. Taishima, it was called. Taishima is the first I've heard of it. Maybe mom is from Taishima? Every time they give a new information, I'm like, oh, maybe mom? Maybe mom? They say it was devastated by an earthquake and tsunami nearly 400 years ago. But the truth of the matter is that raiders overran the island and slaughtered every last one of the people who lived there. The murdered islanders' resentments gave rise to the curse of the raging waves. And the resulting storm and tsunami sank the island to the bottom of the sea, raiders and all. Is that true? The girl's still roiling about in the seas near here to this very day. Just one little push and that storm could have come barreling down on Kamishima next. A push. Something that would awaken the islanders' anger again, such as someone with ties to those raiders, say a descendant of theirs, drawing near to where Taishima was. Me? You're talking about me? A descendant? Wait, you're saying my mom was a descendant of the raiders who attacked Taishima? You am, and as her son, you share her blood. But how could that? Only natural whatever would see you as a bad omen, no? Like, how would you prove that, though? I really don't want you back on the island, you know. You should be grateful I didn't have you shipped back to the mainland on the next ferry. You're telling me that's how everyone's seen Yuza and his folks all this time? It's fine, Azami. Let's hear the rest of what he has to say. Phenomena and curses. We got what? There we go. So we got one curse so far. I wanna learn more. Are you saying the reason the curse of the raging waves reawakened is because I came back to Kameshima? Nah, there were signs even before you came back, so the direct cause was probably something else. That still don't change the fact that you're a bad omen, though. Oh. How are you even planning to stop the curse? That ain't none of your concern. You just sit tight at home and stay out of my way. And I don't want to hear any more about you going out to sea. Are we clear? And that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. Should be clear now just how much of a danger you are to the island. To the island. Now get yourself home and stay put. Seems like that's all we're gonna get out of him. Maybe we could ask Tuya about what we just heard. She might be able to tell us more. Yes. Let's go back to Granny. Granny, do you know anything about the curse? Oh, was there something else you needed, Yuza? Mom's curse? By the way, Gran, we just went to talk to Mr. Wakamura, and there's something we wanted to ask you about. What was that? My hearing's been a bit off recently, you see. Please don't say that. A lot of ama divers have ear problems, so it's not really a laughing matter. Someone has no sense of humor. So, did you know that everyone thought Mom was the Raging Waves curse bearer? Wow. I'm impressed you managed to say that without stuttering. Grandma might be best girl. I'm sorry, Tsukasa, Grandma's number one right now. So you have heard of it before. Oh drat, me and my big mouth. He said Mom was a descendant from the ones who first called forth the curse, or something like that. And that's why everyone is so concerned with what I get up to. Is that true though? Come on, Granny. Well, if you know that much, I suppose I can tell you too the truth. Let's hear them. If I just can rest up a bit, I'll be up and around again in no time. I want you two to come. What? I want the two of you to come to the southern bay later once the sun's gone down. Right. Thanks, Gran. You can't tell us about it now? I think it'd be easier to show you what I mean. Okay, we'll be at the bay at sundown. But if you're not feeling up to it, don't push yourself, okay? She's about to see. She's about to show us. No need to rush now. I'll tell you everything later. You'll want to prepare yourself for this one. She's gonna kill us. He's so gonna kill us. We're going out again for a bit, Gran. Got it. You two take care, okay? So, the bay, the jetty. Afternoon. Oh look, it's Kikuko. Kikuko's back. Looks like Kikuko's back. Wanna try to talking to her again? Yeah, let's give it a shot. What now? I've had my fill of shady rumors for the day, okay? You want to talk? Let's talk about something fun instead. Let's talk about curses. Something fun. Get any ideas, Susan? Well, how about this? The curse of raging waves. I'm going to save you. What's more fun than curses, man? Have you ever heard of the curse of the raging waves? Nope, never heard of it. What is it? Well, we want to talk to Mr. Wakamura just now. We went to talk to Mr. Wakamura just now. Blah 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 yada yada. Wait, so you mean the disaster 5 years ago was caused by some curse? And that same curse is going to cause the same thing to happen again? So it seems. The hell's he on about? Trying to pass things off as some occult tribe? Don't tell me you two believe that rubbish. Well, about that, it did seem pretty believable. Oh please, he's obviously feeding you a load of nonsense. I don't know if you two are aware, but there are rumors the old man's been really into some shady sorcery recently. A sorcerer? Yeah, some sort of miracle worker over in Tokyo or something. Apparently he'll do anything they say. That's probably why he's going on about curses and stuff. Shotaro did say he's been behaving oddly recently. Even Shotaro thinks so? Then that's going to be it. So it's just a hoax? Let's talk more about this. You shouldn't pay any mind to that hogwash. Besides, doesn't it bother you that he's trying to pin the disaster on some sort of crazy curse? True. Okay. I have to go through all of these? About those boxes we helped you with just now, earlier today. Was that the delivery everyone was expecting? Yep, the latest Kamishima merch, hot off the presses. Thought so. What do we have this time? You wanna know? I bet Azami's keen to find out. He's always wearing that shirt. Damn, I want that shirt. Here I am, gonna show the world how much I love Kamishima. Haha, tourist seems to love that shirt too. Wearing it all the time should make for great advertising. Anyway, the latest addition to our souvenir lineup is this. What is this supposed to be? Ice cream spoon? A hand mirror. Bingo! Specially made hand mirror with a Kameshimaru design on the back. It's interesting. So it's a turtle, and an island, and then I don't know what that thing is. Maybe like a lighthouse? Can I rotate it? So, what do you think? It looks great. Why don't you go with another hand mirror, though? Why did you go with another hand mirror? She's a curse bearer. Her curse has something to do with reflections, and she's spreading it with everyone. That's just a theory, a mermaid theory. Mirrors are a pretty prominent symbol of protection for sailors. Comes from the hope that the sea will be as smooth as glass, I guess. There are even regions where mirrors are used as offerings to the sea god. Oh, that's cool. With all these people living on the island, it's surrounded by the sea. I can see why mirrors are seen as symbols of good fortune here. And it's small enough to fit in your pocket too. It's both cute and practical. Wow, you really thought of everything, huh? I've actually been handling these out to ama divers around the island since yesterday. She's a curse bearer. I do not trust her. I almost trusted her. I told them it was a charm and that they should hang onto it for good luck. Oh, so everyone has one. That's kind of nice. Another way to bring us all together. You're an ama diver now too, right, Yuza? Why don't you take one? Alright. I don't know if it's okay to count you as a diver given what happened earlier. But sure, have one. Like it really matters. We've got plenty, so you should take one too. Ah, thanks. Sorry for the trouble. And mirror acquired. It's no big deal. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. I guess that means Azami's getting one as well. Here you go. Well, really? I'm always down for more Kameshimaru merch. Sure thing. Keep it safe and sound in your pocket and maybe it'll keep you safe. I do not trust a word you say. There's more? Everyone else was really happy to get theirs too. Even your grandma seemed to like it, Yuza. Said she'd be sure to use it from now on. Really? I'm glad to hear that. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering for a while. There we go. Were you the one who came up with the idea for Kameshimaru, Kikuko? Nope, I can't take credit for that one. Alright, I forgot you didn't know, Yuza. Know what? At one point, the local youth organization was trying to come up with souvenir ideas for tourists. Tsukasa stepped up and suggested creating a mascot character for Kameshima. He even drew the design for it. She's talented. Mascot characters are all the rage nowadays, you know? There are even mascots for the World Expo and the Japan Games. Oh, I see, so Tsukasa drew this. I only heard about it after the fact, too. I didn't know she was so good at drawing. And it's just not a cute little turtle. The unique look on its face makes a big impression. The tired look, mood. Yeah, the old guys here didn't seem too sure about it at first, though. But thanks to Asami's fervent endorsement, it ended up making the cut. I just didn't want Tsukasa's design to go to waste, you know? She put a lot of effort into it. I think it's a great mascot too, for what it's worth. The music. The jams. How interesting. I'm glad I asked. There you go. The eyes. Wait, does that mean, does that mean that... Where are the people? Wait, what? Oh. That means that Tsukasa is also occurs there, possibly? There's a bunch of Kameshimaru merch now. Keychains, notepads, you name it. If you want any, just let me know. Did you go diving today as well, Kikuko? Oh, you mean that whole thing about how we're supposed to stay out of the sea? No one I know is paying attention to that. I took a boat out into the bay from the northern shore, but didn't end up with much to show for it. The North Sea, huh? Did anyone go with you? No, I went by myself. What do you ask? No particular reason, just taking notes for later. I see, you're really curious about becoming an diver, huh? It'd be a real shame if you couldn't become one with that enthusiasm. I'd like to help, but the timing's really not the best right now. It's okay. Any information you can give me is help enough. Sorry, I'll help out when things have died down, okay? By the way, Yuza, how much practice did you manage to get in today? What's with the eerie music? Enough to not be a complete beginner anymore, I think. Right on, you definitely have potential, that much is for sure. Wow, pretty impressive you can tell all that just by looking at him. Hey, I thought of a way I can show my support. If you manage to get a high score of 2,000 points in one diving session, I'll give you a special prize. Dude, my high score is like, what, 90? 90 something? Whoa, isn't that great, Yuza? What was your high score today again? Let's see. Yeah, exactly 90. I think it was 90 points. Oof, I'm afraid you weren't quite up to snuff. Too bad. I've brought shame to my name as the patron saint of diving. Once you become a proper diver, I'll tell you all the good diving spots I know. Do you have any tips that might help when I'm diving? Hey now, that's basically asking me to give away company secrets for free. Oh no, I didn't mean anything like that, just the basic would be helpful. The basics, huh? How about this then? Sometimes your foot can get caught in rocks while you're swimming, so you should always stay aware of your surroundings. What? Oh, so being too focused on your catch can get you into trouble, that makes sense. If you swim hard enough, you should be able to free yourself, so don't panic too much if it helps, okay? Thanks, I'll be careful. If I'm ever allowed to go diving again, that is. More tips. More diving tips. That's all I've got for now. If you want more tips, try asking Tui. I tried asking her. By the way, have you seen the 2 foreigner tourists that we're supposed to be visiting today? Wait a sec, foreigner tourists? Here? Today? No way. What did they look like? Did they have blonde hair? Were they cool? I'm not sure, we don't know that much about it. I guess that means you haven't seen them either, though. Yeah, I guess they didn't come this way. Hey now, you two had better not be thinking of following them around to God. You don't want them to think we're all unsophisticated louts out here, do you? We're just asking whether they were cool or not. I don't know what you're talking about. But if you see them, you'll come and tell me, right? Right? Okay, we will. Man, I sure hope I run into those foreigners before they leave. I can sell them merch. She's not trying to hide what she really thinks anymore. Missing Amadivers, okay. Have you heard about the 2 Amadivers from the mainland who went missing? Of course I have. They evidently disappeared one right after the other. I guess it's a reminder of just how dangerous the sea can be. Hearing news like this is always pretty sobering. Do you think they were just accidents? Well, some of the other divers think it's a sign that something bad is going to happen. But you should probably keep quiet about this, Yuza. If you start bringing it up, people will get suspicious. That's probably true, yeah. Personally, though, I think they're probably just unfortunate accidents. I hope they're both found safe and sound. Okay, that's all we're gonna get from her. Oh, was that all? I'll be getting back to work then. Okay. When are we meeting Granny again? Is there more? Mr. Wakamura. No good, he's completely clammed up. I doubt we'll be able to crack that shell. Let's try somewhere else. What else? Afternoon. I don't think we're gonna get any more info here. Let's try somewhere else. The clock, perhaps? Oh, Chie. Ah, Chie. You two again, still wandering around poking your noses into businesses you shouldn't be? How's about you stop messing around and just give up already? Nothing you do is going to make me change my mind. I'm saying this for your sake as much as anyone else's, Minakuchi boy. Try to understand my position, eh? For my sake. You managed to survive the disaster 5 years ago. Some would call it a miracle, even. It wouldn't do to see that miracle go to waste, would it? Maybe if I flew off the handle a bit a bit earlier, ended up coming off a bit stronger than I meant to. I can't tell you anything about your mother, but believe me when I say it's best you let sleeping dogs lie. Is this about how Yuza's mom caused the curse of the raging waves or whatever? So you already know, hearing it all from Shinobu, I'll wager. Who's Shinobu? Who is Shinobu? Oh, the husband, of course. Do you believe in that curse, Mrs. Chie? Of course I do. At the very least, I know it's not some old wives' tale. I'm not saying you have to believe it too, though. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to talk bad about the woman or anything, but there was obviously something up with Mari Minakuchi 5 years back. She always seemed anxious and on edge. And then, disaster struck. I mean, that's pretty sussy. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I can't shake these doubts of mine either. I said it before and I'll say it again. No diving. My stance there hasn't changed a bit. You hear me? Damn, guess that's it. That's that. By the way, where'd you go diving today? Well... Yuzo wanted a particular spot, so we went about 5 kilometers south of the island. Is that... I mean, 5 kilometers is pretty close for another island, maybe? But is that where the other island is? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Chibi, how's it going? What was the name of the island? Taishima. I'm sick, you're sick. Oh no, feel better soon. I hope you're taking meds. Taking your meds. Resting. See, I just missed that. Yuza wanted a particular spot. Oh, I read that. Say what? What were you thinking diving in the Southern Sea of all places? You've got even less sense than I thought. You know full well that everyone avoids that area because of the disaster 5 years ago. Yeah, I know. But Azami and I both lost family in the disaster too. We wanted to take the chance to pay our respects. She's not having it. Well, I can't say. Well, I can't say I don't get how you feel, but that strange rumbling I told you about is coming from the south. Do me a favor and just and stay away from the sea, all right? All right. Any gathering tips? I ain't gonna get nothing from me there. I don't exist. Please help me. Goodbye. No, no, don't leave me. Dungeon Guardian. If I had to live my life without you near me. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Have have the two foreign tourists come come by here at all? I guess you're still doing the fence. I'm guessing. Good luck with the fence. I also need to be fencing. I need to be working on my deck and fence. So I'm gonna be gone probably this weekend. I'm not looking forward to it. Sure did. Saw him just now, actually. Oh, she did. What? Do you know where they went? Looked like they were headed to the lighthouse from what I could tell. The lighthouse, huh? Gotcha. The lighthouse. Okay. Eastern side of Kamashima. We're going to the lighthouse. Don't go following them around just cause we don't see many foreign folks around these parts, you hear? Using Ama divers. Chia, we heard that two Ama divers from the mainland went missing in some sort of accident. You heard right. Do you think that's a bad omen as well? I do. Her face. Well, I'm aware just how dangerous the sea can be, but two divers getting caught up in accidents and going missing one after another. That tells me there's something off with the sea itself. We all done here? You two should leave dealing with island matters to Shinobu from now on. Keep your heads down and stay out of trouble, you hear? Alright, there's that. Well, that was something. She isn't a bad person at heart, but she sure is stubborn. Yeah. Alright, lighthouse, maybe? Oh, I should have checked the Tori. Anyway, I'm here. August 7, 19... Oh, the foreigners. Well, looks like we found them. Could this be the sorceress? No. It looks like them, alright. Excuse-moi. You rang. I did. What about it? Do my eyes deceive me? Could these young islanders have come all the way here to talk to us? Welcome. Welcome to Kameshima Lighthouse. Wait, why is he welcoming me? There's not much here, but please make yourselves at home. Okay. So this guy is crazy. What about the girl? Thanks for having us? Why is he the one welcoming us? It's because most people here have been avoiding him. He's excited someone finally wants to talk. Fair enough. Anyway, we were wondering if you could spare a moment to talk. Wait, before you do, shall we play a game? I want to guess why you've come to talk to us. Is it about the curse, perhaps? May I? Sure. It's probably safe to assume you know we've been making the rounds here asking questions. About your dead mother, in fact. Indeed, it was most likely hearing such news that incited you to climb all the way up here to meet us, which means I've got it. We've almost certainly done something to offend the good people of this island, committed some manner of ill-mannered faux pas. You must have come to tell us that the lighthouse is off limits to everyone except authorized personnel. Actually, no. The faces in this game. They have improved since the last game. I love it. Ah, the bitter taste of failure. And thus, my stint as aspiring detective end in ignominy. What? I'd say the whole show was kind of a social faux pas at least. Don't worry, he's always like this. He'll bounce back in no time. I see. He must be pretty resilient. Since you didn't guess right, do you mind if I continue? Mind shutting up so I can speak? Oh ho. Asking my permission, are we? Well then, by all means, permission granted. Thank you. My name's Arnav Barnum. You can call me Avi, as a sign of our newfound friendship. And also because I like it better. Alright, Avi. Okay then, Avi. Such a pleasing ring to it. And what can I do for you, young man? Would this girl be your daughter? She is like creepy with all the ornaments. Not quite. Miss Circe? Circe Lunar Light here is a distant relative of mine. What a name! I should steal that. Lunar Light. Circe Lunar Light. Yes, Miss Circe Lunar Light would be me. Nice to meet you. I like that name. I'm Yuza Minakuchi, a resident of Kameshima, and this is Azami Kumoi. Nice to meet you. Yuza and Azami, eh? Pleasure is mine. Wait, Minakuchi? I know who you are. Oh, so we piqued your interest, have we? I'm a fantasy writer by trade, with a reach spanning the Atlantic, from the bonny England to the vast America. Not that many of his books sell at all. That's right. For some reason, no one buys my novels. Quite the mystery, no? Alas, a fantasy writer has no need for mysteries. What's that? I earn more as an occult writer? So that might as well be my main job now? Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. You see? In any case, I'm just your average free spirit. Footloose, fancy tree, and all that. What's that? You're wondering if my bohemian nature is the reason I remain unattached and unwed? Humbug, I say. Stick a sock in it and mind your own beeswax. It's pretty good. You seem to be enjoying yourself. Oh, I am indeed. Why not give it a try yourself? 1, 2, 3. Oh. I'm good actually, thanks. Impressive as it is. I can see doing this pose 3 times might have been a bit much, yes. What language is speaking? English? I have no idea. I would say English, but I do not understand him. This guy sure is hard to keep up with. He's fun. I like fun characters. At any rate, I recently found myself with a pressing need to visit your fair country for research. The loading hand, was like poking his butt for a bit there. Unfortunately, young Circe here just happened to be studying in Japan and kindly agreed to accompany me as my guide. As your guide. Indeed, she's quite the enthusiast when it comes to Japanese folklore and occult phenomena, and such a pleasure to converse with as well. Iseshima is a deeply spiritual region full of sacred places I'd always wanted to visit. We traveled around the mainland before coming here, but this place stands above and beyond, My nose almost started bleeding from exhilaration. Recollection, I gotta do it. Past recollection chapter available. Arnav Barnum. It will unlock once all conditions are met. Wait. This is not my memory per se. Do I get to play as Avi? I would love that. In fact, I did it. I think it did a bit. You must have been really excited, huh? Is this really that special compared to other places? Of course, it wasn't called the land whither repair the waves from the eternal world for nothing, you know. The land whither repair the waves from the eternal world. Okay, okay. The land whither what? What's this? You've never heard it called that? It said that Yamato Hime no Mikoto, the empress of ancient Japan, was searching for a suitable place to enshrine Amaterasu 2,000 years ago. She received a divine revelation that the waves around Ise province came from eternal world, which led her to establish the Ise Grand Shrine. This eternal world is a separate realm from the world in which we live. Some describe it as perpetual paradise. Whoa, you're gonna have to slow down there a bit. So, what does that mean exactly? We learned about it in our local history classes, remember? Yeah, I think I remember, sorta. Basically, Ise is such a sacred place, even the ancient gods took a liking to it, right? Exactly. It has such an enchanting vibe. Just being here is enough to have my nose gushing all day long. But the residents won't be feeling too hot if her noses kept bleeding all the time. One thing's for sure though, you seem to really like Iseshima. As a local, I'm super happy to hear that. Would you like to buy some merch? We've got t-shirts, we've got pocket mirrors, we've got everything you want. Imagine if she buys all of them. Yes, apparently come to Japan in search of mermaids, yes. But he knows me, Minakuchi. He knows Mare, who's my mom. So who is he? Will you be staying on Kamishima tonight? If you need somewhere to stay, I know a few places. We've actually already booked a guest house back on the mainland. We'll be taking the last ferry back after this. Oh, I guess you don't have that much time left, huh? Oh, no. I didn't mean to click that. So what brings you to Kamishima? I'm glad you asked, young Yuza. We're hoping to pick your brains on the topic as well. There wouldn't happen to be any legends concerning mermaids passed down on this island, would there? So you really are looking for mermaids? Oh, indeed we are. You know what mermaids are, yes? I refer, of course, to the mythical half-man, half-fish creature. Sure, we know that much at least. And then I may be able to provide a modicum of additional information on the subject. Let's hear it. Well, you may be aware that the typical Western mermaid is envisioned as having the lower half of a fish and the top half of a human woman. Did I transform to the flip of that? I have like a human body, but a fish head. That's why they were so shocked. It's thought that this interpretation has its origin in another sea monster, the sirens of Greek mythology. Their claim to fame is surfacing near reefs and bewitching sailors with their beautiful voices. Andersen's fairy tale The Little Mermaid is a famous example of this type of mermaid. Indeed, it caused this image to enter a common knowledge. Yeah, that's what comes to mind when I think of mermaids too. Typical mermaid, right? But the mermaid that appears in ancient Japanese folklore is quite different. The mermaid has only the head of a human, with the rest of its body being a fish. It appears it was seen more of an evil spirit or a yokai in nature. I mean, that would be creepy. That's more. This is more possible, but this is creepier. Shit. The legend that eating its flesh will grant immortality also implies that it was seen more as more fish than human. If I vaguely remember, I think it was you who made a joke about mer butlers earlier on in my playthrough. Was that you, you rascal? Yes, it was me. I mean, if women mermaids are called mermaids, why would men mermaids not be like? Why would they be called mermen and not merbutlers? It made better sense to me. Would you agree? Come on, I know you agree. People would definitely think twice about eating something that looked human, huh? What do we eat that look human? I mean, a lot of things. I knew it. Of course, it's me. Who else would be asking stupid questions like that? This isn't. This isn't to say there's a difference in Eastern and Western interpretation of mermaids, mind you. One could rather assume that there are several different types of creature that can be encompassed by the term mermaid. After all, there were also reports of a more humanoid or demi-human mermaids being sighted in Japan in later years. That's a proper mermaid. That's a proper Western mermaid. Different types of mermaids, huh? Personally, I think lumping the two under the same appellation is a mistake. After all, they're two different creatures that just happen to share the same trait of being half fish, half human. It leads to misunderstanding when conflicting stories get passed down, and then the whole concept gets treated as an occult malarkey. I think I see what you mean. Listening to you, Listening to you talk about them, it sounds like you believe mermaids really exist, Avi. But of course I do. After all, I didn't come to research mermaids. I came to look for mermaids. Bum bum bum! I like this guy. This guy is great. This is all very compelling. Isn't it? I think this is the first time someone agreed with me on the matter. So they only teamed up because they're both weird. Number one. Number two, they believe in supernatural. And that brings me to my next question. You wouldn't happen to know any local info on mermaids, would you? Unfortunately, I've never heard of any folklore about mermaids here. I see. That would align with the answers we've received to our other inquiries thus far. And it would seem our investigation has branded us certified weirdos. Most everyone now turns us a blind eye as well as a deaf ear. Or it's probably not just because of that. I mean, isn't there some... I'm trying to think of his voice. Like, I'm trying to think what his voice would sound like. Like, a lot of things could fit. Isn't there supposed to be a huge occult craze going on in Japan right now? I assume everyone would be jumping at the chance to discuss cryptids. Pretty sure that that's just a small group of enthusiasts getting worked up. A very vocal minority, yeah? What is this? Occult craze. Spiritual phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, extrasensory perceptions, the list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomena are quick to take on a life of their own. A plesiosaur named Nessie, plesiosaur, named Nessie living in Loch Ness, sightings of a mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or Hibagon, the urban legends of the Kuchisake Onna and Hanako-san, television reports on spoon-bending psychics, documentaries featuring spirit photographies and UFOs that become the talk of the school the next day. These are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public's interest. Magazines specializing in paranormal phenomena continue to thrive with no end to the craze in sight. That's a lot of words. If you're that interested in the occult, what brought you all the way to Kameshima? Do you have any reason to believe mermaids could be found here? An excellent question, I do indeed. More precisely, I had reason to believe they could be found around Taishima, an island that no longer exists. Taishima? Indeed. I obtained this information through personal research, so I imagine it's not common knowledge. But some say there were 3 mermaids, Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase, living in the seas around Taishima 400 or so years ago. Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase. Do I know anyone like that? No, I don't. I do not. 3 of them? And you even know their names. We didn't even know Taishima existed until today. It seems a deliberate decision was made not to leave any records of Taishima's existence, which would obviously lead one to believe something is being concealed. On that note, did you know the records remain of several other sightings of mermaids in Ise Bay? What, really? That's right. Legends about mermaids exist throughout Japan, and this region is no exception. In particular, there are reports of mermaids having been discovered in Tsush City and Ise City, both which border Ise Bay. Do I have a map? I do not. Whoa, I had no idea. I've jotted down some notes on these legends, so please take a look if you're interested. I will take a look. According to the Kokon Chomonju, a collection of notable tales, old and new. Where am I? An anthology of unspoken stories compiled in 13th century, 3 mermaids were discovered caught in a fisherman's net in Betsuho in Ise province, modern-day Nakabeppo Kawage town in Tsush City. The mermaids of Futamigaura. Futamigaura. There are a total of 6 mermaid sightings mentioned in the Kagenki, the ancient annals of Horyuji Temple, covered in latter half of the Kamakura period to the Nambokucho period. One of these entries describe a mermaid sightings in Futami Ise province, modern-day Futami town in Ise city. In the second year of the Enbun era, 1357, the mermaid was subsequently named Enmeiju, a name composed of characters affiliated with long life. Ano town's Yao Bikumi. What? Yao Bikumi. Yao Bikumi. This one I've heard, Yao Bikumi. Although the exact time period is unclear, legends tell a girl named Osato from Kusawa in Ano town of Age district, who became immortal after eating the flesh of a mermaid and went on to become Yao Bikumi, a nun who lived for 800 years. Fair enough. Like, what else would you do if you're alive for 800 years, right? Let's be a nun. The 3 mermaids of Taishima. While this information is not recorded in any literature, according to Avi's research, 3 mermaids, Sobae, Nagame, and Hayase, reportedly lived on Taishima, an island said to have sunk about 400 years ago. Those are huge findings. This is all very interesting. Mermaids. So which type of mermaids are you looking for, Avi? Well, it seems a lot of mermaids sighting around Isabay were fish mermaids. Fish mermaids? But the mermaids sighted around Taishima were apparently human mermaids, the human mermaid sort. So it stands to reason that any mermaids around here would be human mermaids as well. By human mermaids, you mean the sort that are closer to humans than fish, right? Indeed. The ones closer to fish, meanwhile, are known as fish mermaids. Or that's what I call them anyway. I see. He sees. I don't know. I don't know whether that makes it easier to understand or more complicated. Makes sense to me. In that case, mermaids whose flesh would make you immortal, if you eat it would have to be fish mermaids then, right? Another fine question. It is indeed difficult to imagine people eating the flesh of human mermaids. But I personally believe that human mermaids also have the power to bestow immortality on people. He would eat human mermaids. This maniac. Oh, I wonder. How about another refresher on myth and legend? Are either of you familiar with a place called Ryugu? Ryugu? Is it related to Ryugu Palace that appears in the tale of Urashima Taro? Jump scare? Just so. It could well be considered the inspiration for the undersea palace in that familiar fairy tale. Oh, I was right? Oh my god, more things. Okay. So, this is making sense of some things about another series that I know. Okay, so that's from Taro. Understood. Maybe I should just learn the story of Taro. Tamatebako, yes, this I know, but warned him never to open it, thinking this strange, but agreeing to Otohime's request nonetheless. Taro accepted Tamatebako and set out back towards his village on Turtleback. Upon reaching his village, Taro realized everything was different. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll just read the entire story of Urashima Taro. The picture, the image, Yoshitoshi Tsukioka, Urashima Taro returning home from the Palace of the Dragon King, excerpt, adapted from Tokyo Metropolitan Library Collection. Long ago. Hold on. I need to drink. Cold water. Oh, I need to buy water as well. I will not have water tomorrow. Long ago, a youth by the name of Urashima Taro lived in a village by the sea. One day, upon rescuing a sea turtle that was being bullied on the beach, Taro was amazed when the turtle thanked him by inviting him to the Ryugu Palace, the legendary undersea palace of the Dragon King, as a token of gratitude for his kindness. Ryugu Palace was a wondrous place with a beauty unlike anything found on the surface world. The princess of Ryugu Palace, Otohime, received him with great hospitality. Taro spends his days treated to elegant dances performed by sea breams and flounders, and satisfied by extravagant feasts, spending his days as if in a dream. After spending some time enjoying his luxurious lifestyle, Taro began to miss his village. He asked Otohime for permission to return home, and although sad to see him go, the princess granted him granted his request. As a parting gift, he handed him a mysterious box, a tamatebako, but warned him never to open it. Like, what's the point? What's the point of giving it to him? Thinking this is strange, but agreeing to Otomi's request nonetheless, Taro accepted the tamatebako and set out back towards his village on Turtleback. Upon reaching his village, Taro realized everything was different. The house he had lived in was gone, and there was no sign of his parents or anyone he had known. What he had believed to be just a short sojourn in Ryugu Palace had in fact been several hundred years on the surface, and the village and the people he had once known were no more. Overcome with despair, Taro turned to the tamatebako he had been gifted in a final grasp at hope. As he opened the box, a thick white smoke engulfed him, and in that instant, the hundreds of years that had passed caught up with him, turning him into an old man. Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe it's some sort of his time or like his soul in the box. I see. The Ryu dragon surely refers to the god of the sea. It's not uncommon for deities associated with water to be serpentine in nature. This would then make Ryugu the palace where the god of the sea resides, the palace of the Dragon King. I had no idea Ryugu Palace was based on something else. Ryugu is known for being home to the priestesses who attended the gods of the sea. These women are collectively referred to as otohime. Women, many. Okay. Oh yeah, Princess Otohime appeared in the tale of Urashima Taro, didn't she? But she was described as the ruler of Ryugu Palace in the fairy tale, so she was actually a priestess? A slight embellishment to make for a more interesting story, I assume. Hardly uncommon. There's also another interesting theory about Otohime of Ryugu. It is said that they were half fish, half human women in appearance. In other words, they were mermaids. Oh. But what's that I hear you say? That's all well and good, but where's this Ryugu Palace anyway? You wanna know? You're dying to know, aren't you? Very well then. Take it away, Circe? Right. As a matter of fact, Ryugu is said to be the exact same place as the eternal world I mentioned earlier. Taishima? Whoa, really? In other words, the sea around Ise, which is said to consist of waves from the eternal world, is in fact the location of Ryugu. And Ryugu is the home to the Otohime mermaids, right? That's right. What's more, as priestesses who live in a land said to be an eternal paradise, it would be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality. It wouldn't be that odd if they had some sort of power to grant immortality to humans. Even in the tale of Urashima Taro, Princess Otohime displayed an ability to influence the physical age of other people using the tamatebako. This is true. If the story has its basis in the ability of mermaids to influence human lifespans, the power of hers makes a lot more sense, don't you think? I see. So that's why you think human mermaids are able to grant immortality even without eating their flesh. Oh ho ho, you see? Intriguing, is it not? But how would you even get to Ryugu? Aha! What creature was responsible for bringing Urashima Taro to Ryugu in the eponymous tale? Kaneshima! Oh my god, this game is so good. Didn't even like click to me. The turtle bat, of course. That's right, the turtle, we're coming. And what is the name of the island we're currently standing upon? Oh, Kameshima. And there you have the reason for our visit. So you believe there might be some clue as to how to get to Ryugu hidden on Kameshima. Could Kameshima really have some sort of link to Ryugu? Yes, yes, yes. By the way, Yuza? Yes. You said your name was Yuza Minakuchi, correct? Yes, that's right. Are you familiar with an individual by the name of Mare Minakuchi? Huh? She is my mom. She passed away in an accident 5 years ago. How do you know her name? I apologize for the discretion. My condolences. 5 years ago, you wouldn't happen to have inherited anything from your mother, would you? Do not show it. No, but what do you mean? What do you know about my mom? Does she have some sort of connection to the mermaids? Oh, well, this is more related to my personal research, so I can't say for sure. Please, tell me. I'm also looking for mermaids. If you know anything, I have to know. Well, now, you've certainly grown lively all of a sudden. Let's calm down a bit, Regrettably, the only lead I have is a rumor that suggests some connection between mermaids and Mare Minakuchi. A rumor? From where? Oh, you want to know? Well, I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Very well, I'll tell you. I heard it from a descendant of an islander who used to call Taishima home. What the fuck? I heard it from a descendant of an islander. Do I know them? Please, this suspense is killing me. Could it be Kikuko? Where's she? Where's Kikuko? Born and raised on Kamishima. Maybe not. He has to play a big role in the story. I'm sure of it. What? So someone survived the disaster that sunk Taishima, and their descendants are still around today. Long story short, yes. Isn't it fascinating? This particular individual, or Sato. Because it's weird that she just came out of nowhere. A particular individual was also the one who helped me about the 3 mermaids who were said to have lived on Taishima. I see. By the way, if you're also seeking mermaids, you must have some information of your own, yes? Surely this one-sided exchange of knowledge wounds your good conscience? Allow me to remedy that by accepting any information you have. Use it. Yeah. This is our best lead yet. Let's share what information we can. Do not share the scale. Please, for the love of God. You see, I do not. It's dark. It's black. Oh, so you're saved by a mermaid during the disaster 5 years ago. And you believe the mermaid in question might have been your mother. Yeah, I know it sounds pretty far-fetched. And I know some of it probably comes from me wanting her to still be alive. Oh no, on the contrary, I find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Why, you ask? No one asked. Why? He asked. There's a rumor about one of the 3 mermaids who used to live around Taishima. They say she took on human form several decades ago and has lived among humans ever since. But no way! That would fit perfectly with our theory. Color me surprised as well. This is my surprised face, by the way. But it would be very interesting if that was the case. Sorry, Avi, I think I'm at my limit. Oh my, that bad is it? Is something wrong? My apologies. As much as I wish we could talk more, it would appear we're out of time. No! What happened? Is she turning into a monster? I'm afraid we must bid you goodbye for now, for today. Now that you mention it, if you're looking to make the last ferry, you'll probably want to be heading back soon. Wait, this is the most promising lead we've found. You could just stay a bit longer. Believe me, I'd love to continue our chat too, but the little lady's been feeling a bit under the weather ever since arriving here, you see. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're not going to get another nosebleed if you're feeling that bad. Maybe you should stay for the night after all. Thank you, I'm just about holding the nosebleed in. But I really should get off the island as soon as possible. Ever since arriving here, I've had this feeling that some terrible calamity is approaching. Calamity? You can't even mean... Oh, I forgot to mention, young Sears here is a bit sensitive to things that in that sphere, if you catch my drift. Oh, okay. Calamity? As reluctant as I am to part ways, we really must go. Many thanks for the information you shared, and never fear, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow? What's that? I'm sorry, excuse me. Now... Avi! You ran? If you happen to find any more leads on mermaids today, could you let me know as soon as possible, please? Yeah, this is 1980s. They won't have cell phones yet. Oh, I didn't expect you to be all that interested. Very well, if I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you know. If you could give me your contact information, please? Thank you. I guess they would have telephones. Right? But would they have a line here? Man, that sure was a stroke of good luck. I never thought they had so much info for us. We managed to learn a lot, but it seems like getting any more from them today will be a bit tough. I really need that information by tomorrow, though. Oh boy. Okay. Oh god, it's way past midnight already. I will save here, and then I will revisit this probably tomorrow, likely. And I'm excited to see... Can I go story chart? No. I want to see. I'm sure I've unlocked Avi. I've unlocked Sato, right? And there's probably going to be one more. But anyway, that is it for today. Paranormasight, The Mermaid's Curse. Very interesting so far, very intriguing. Definitely a different format than the first game. The first game is like there are 7 curse bearers and you guys need to fight each other. Meanwhile here, I'm just like trying to find one thing. My mom, apparently, or any mermaid. Thanks for the stream, AZ. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you feel better soon, Sheepy. Oh, maybe I should go raid someone? Is someone on? Maybe no one. Lekwan's on. Let's go say hi to a friend. Alright, see you guys whenever I stream again. Maybe tomorrow though, because I need to stream more because I won't be here this weekend. Alright, rating Lekwan. We say hi.